How about them Panthers? How about them? They came out on top, didn't they? Good morning to you.
That is Jeremy House reporting. Eastern Ohio residents will learn more later Tuesday about the Norfolk Southern train wreck that derailed their lives. NTSB holds another hearing in Ohio about that disaster last year. The hearing is likely to disclose new findings from the investigation into the February 2023 derailment near the Ohio-Pennsylvania line. More details at srnnews.com.
Okay, so Domino's Perfect Combo includes 2 medium one-topping pizzas, 16 Parmesan bread bites, 8 cinnamon twists, and a 2-liter of Coke. Today we're on the street asking real people how much they think it all costs. All of it? All of it. $44 or $45? $34.99. The 2 pizzas are probably $10 each.
$75.
Well, what if I told you that this Domino's Perfect Combo is only $19.99? Shut the front door.
This will be a family.
It's Domino's Perfect Combo, and it's all just $19.99.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's HomeAdvisor. HomeAdvisor helps me find the best home pros in my area to handle any kind of project. You can read reviews of the pros, check their availability, even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that HomeAdvisor is completely free to use.
Go to
There we go. We got you guys ready.
Download the free app to get started.
How about them Panthers? Good morning, everybody. I'm dropping by to say hello to everyone and has a good day. If I can't, I'll stop back. If I can't stop. Toby, you're going to Orion 10 senior citizen dollars. Oh, Lord.
Arnold here from Cowie to Force. Cowie to Force is Newton's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowetoforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Keep your home safe with home scan inspections. Our licensed and accredited professionals know exactly what to look for in order to prevent safety hazards and costly defects that may be found in your home. Ask about our free roof age from our inspections to ensure all your hoods are covered. Visit homescaninspector.com or send a text to 770-855-678. Home scan inspections, where knowing matters.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Hey there, folks. Looking for the top expert in Medicare, health insurance, and life insurance? Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine, your trusted agent. Charmaine works for multiple companies, ensuring you get the options tailored just for you. Why settle for less when you can have the list? 706-525-5931 and speak to Charmaine. CP
Good morning,
Financial,
inmates.
local sales agent. Your peace of mind is just a call away.
Are you looking for a reliable dental practice that not only cares about your teeth, but is friendly to work with? How about one that offers great deals and new patient promotions? Well, your search is over. Most Valuable Smiles in downtown Eatonton, Georgia is committed to giving you the biggest and brightest smile. Right now, get a $99 new patient special, including x-rays and exam. Maybe you're looking for veneers. Most Valuable Smiles veneer special includes 1 free veneer with every 5 purchase. Or get that bright white smile you've always wanted by taking advantage of an exclusive $100 off Zoom whitening treatment when you book today. And downtown Eatonton to lock in these exclusive deals. Call 706-623-0318 or visit mostvaluablesmiles.com.
Coffee time, time to wake up. What is your favorite comic strip character? Which is your favorite comic strip character? Uh-oh. It's time to get ready to go. You got that right, fella. You got that right. What's up? It is a TGIT Twisted Tuesday. We got Richard Holdridge coming up, period number 2, and movie reviews with Shane B. Sports and movies and more. It's a TGIT Twisted Tuesday. We're going to get twisted with you with the best in news and sports and entertainment. The Panthers did it. The Panthers did it. Let's kick it off. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, Ryan O'Neal, and of course, yes, I am the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on that shoutcast. What is going on? Everything is just backwards and everything. On that shoutcast, shout it out loud across the RyanORadio media page. Earth, Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. This microphone is welcoming you in as well. I don't know what is going on. It sounds like you're getting a little echo in the background. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on. Sorry about that, guys. All right, I don't know what's going on with the microphone today. And to my haters, well, you know, I got one thing to say to you. I'll tell everybody else hello in just a few moments as the microphone wants to act right for a change. Okay, haters, here you go. It's a Twisted Tuesday, all right. That's right. That's what I tell you. It's a Twisted Tuesday. Twisted Tuesday. Twisted Tuesday. What is going on? How come this thing sounds like I'm in a background of a... What is going on? This thing sounds like I'm in an echo chamber. Where did echo chamber come from? The microphone is sounding like. Sorry, guys, for you guys listening. I don't know what's going on with my microphone here this morning. I did not touch it from yesterday. Sounds like somebody was trying to. Ooh, what's going on here? Got to do that voice. All right, now it's back to normal. I don't know what happened in the beginning of that. All right, 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast. We welcome you guys in. We're across the RyanORadio media page, Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We are across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and finally across, ladies and gentlemen, 99.1 FM, WQEE the Key, Atlanta's very own Real Talk station, and everything, news, talk, and sports, and all that good stuff for you. Good morning to you. Well, Logan Paul, we'll keep you in our prayers, brother. Logan Paul Jr., good morning, logging in, what's popping? I'm having a blanky day. Are you happy? I'm pretty happy until the microphone wanted to start acting up. 66 degrees in the Atlanta market, and good morning to Daniel as well out in the celebrating the Kansas City Chief hero, and he's celebrating the Panthers win. We'll talk about that. Also coming up, it's 13 minutes past the hour, 66 degrees. And let me go ahead and tell you, time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Mike and the crew can exterminate and lay the smack down for you. Good morning, Doc Brown. Welcome into the studios there as our listening audience starts picking up on the YouTube page. Which is your favorite comic strip character? Doc says Calvin and Hobbes. Garfield is the ones I got in here. Garfield, 71% so far. Blondie, 0%. Beetle Bailey, 0%. And 29% going with the others. And I think Logan Paul said he feels bad because the Oilers lost. Yes, the Panthers won their first in Stanley Cup in franchise history, 2-1. I told everybody it was going to be a close game yesterday in Sunrise, Florida. I know that Rod Peterson from the Rod Peterson show is pretty happy about that, but I know his wife, no, she's not too happy. She's an Oilers girl. So good thing Rod's on the road for another couple of months before he has to go back. Hard to be sleeping on the couch. What's up, brother? Clay, how you doing this morning? ABC, good morning to you. Logan, it's all good. You called them winning a couple of games, and it was a good back and forth game. yesterday. Best Stanley Cup game in a long time. We'll talk about that. It's day 263 for the Israel-Hamas conflict. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. We're also going to talk about Alex Jones. His InfoWars is going to be shutting down, buddy, shutting down in the next couple of months. Country music icon Willie Nelson is not playing. He had a actual cancel a show because he's 91 years old, still out there playing because of some health issues. Also, in some Hooters is going to be closing down. All you perverted men out there, perverted men out there won't be able to go and check out them young girls anymore. Too bad for you. Also, we're going to talk about Costco, and then we've got a Texas man accused of, well, he likes having relationships with horses. He's like, come over here, Mr. So we'll talk all about that and everything. Plus, new tag team champions on Raw, Finn Balor, JD McDonald. They are the new tag team champions thanks to Liv Morgan. That's right. Won the tag team belts last night on Raw. So now Judgment Day's back on top. And Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy. It was a fantastic interview. I'm going to tell you, they should have been letting Taylor do this stuff with Bray the whole time. They should have. There you go. Good morning, Pete. How you doing this morning? He says, good morning to the Navajo Nation and everything. Pete says all the above. Sweetleaf says he loves some Garfield, but Beetle Bailey was funny. Kathy is Sue's favorite one in the comic strips. Some of you guys don't remember this. We'll talk about it in just a few moments. And tell us Bobby says he likes Blondie. And Tim said he never really got into the comics. He just kind of whichever ones was there. He says there was ones that was he couldn't remember. It was kind of a little more Dilbert. That's what he says, Dilbert. There you go. Okay, I like those. All right, guys, we welcome you into the RyanORadio Penitentiary. You're in lockdown. Pete, Logan Paul Jr., Doc Brown, ABC. Good morning to you, Clay. How you doing, brother? Also, Daniel was on with us earlier. He said he'll be popping back in. ABC's I voted Garfield is what ABC said from Russia. We got a few things we'll get into. Plus, in the final period on movie reviews with Shane B, we'll talk about top 10 movies from yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. It hit 102. Ooh, good Lord, yeah, 102 for you in your area. That was in where you were at work there. Ooh, it was hot yesterday, though. We'll tell you Inside Out 2 took the number one spot. We'll give a few more movies, plus sports reviews with Richard Holdridge and so much more on this TGI Twisted Tuesday edition of your RyanORadio Penitentiary. We're going to dive in a few things. Which is your favorite comic strip character? Now, guys, comic strips were something the kids used to get when we got newspapers. The only thing that made us interested in newspapers back in the day. You know, and the only thing your grandparents or your great-grandparents were interested in, they didn't worry about what's on the front cover, if the mayor got something or whatever, or some big company was coming in, or that wasn't no big deal, or a business was opening. They were more interested in looking at all those cousin Leroy getting arrested over the weekend or whatever. While the kids were interested in the comic strips, our parents and grandparents were interested in, oh my God! Oh, they thought that was the police reports were news. That's news, buddy. I want to know who got arrested. I remember working at a radio station years ago, and that was something they did. And all of a sudden, we decided to stop reading the police reports. I was like, this is stupid. The same 10 people or 20 people are getting arrested. Who cares? There's one, two people like that. Yeah, old folks see that. But the comic strips were ours. Okay, there you go. And there was many, many, many of them. And many of your cartoons later on become comic strips. It became cartoons and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, there we go. Let's see. Oh, and I think it had Marvin Duke. What was it? I think so. The whatever. Yeah. Anyway, all right, headline news. Everybody said 102 degrees, Pete said yesterday in his workplace. That was hot. He got a tan out of that, didn't he? Day 263 and the war in Israel between Israel and Hamas, as Prime Minister Netanyahu is planning on trying to have a ceasefire. He said he's going to prepare. They're still prepared to shut down Hamas. A dozen killed in a Gaza strike, including one with people in tents, ladies and gentlemen. That's day 263 today. And other headline news. Lockbit claims Federal Reserve breached threats and releases of American banking secrets. South Korea latest to level charges against Israel's officials for the alleged war crimes they have in Gaza. So that's another one part of that as well. Pennsylvania woman dies after being swept over a waterfall in the Glaciers National Park. And fights break out at Gaza protest outside of Los Angeles synagogue. We told you about this yesterday. Mayor met with the Los Angeles Police Department about the future. What's up, Dr. 007 in the house? We appreciate you being with us as well. Some other headline news that you need. Civil liberties groups are suing Louisiana over so-called controversial ruling mandating the Ten Commandments to be displayed in public schools, arguing it's unconstitutional. Governor Jeff Landry signed a House Bill 71 last week into law, requiring the Ten Commandments to be displayed in a large, easy readable font inside all public elementary and high schools, as well as state-funded universities starting next year in 2025. The American Civil Liberties Union has vowed to sue them over the HB 71 on Monday, filed a lawsuit along with its Louisiana branch on behalf of multi-faith groups of 9 families with children that are in state's public schools. Now, I saw all this over the weekend. I say the same thing. So let them do it. Let them do it, says ABC. So no big deal to him. I am the same way. Happy birthday. Who's having a birthday? Happy birthday. Doc? Is it your birthday, Doc? My birthday's on Friday, by the way, guys. We'll have the big birthday show Friday this week. I turned another 2025. You know, vampires live forever. Happy birthday, Dr. 007. Uh-oh. That's right. So you're having a birthday today? Well, happy birthday, 007. You're a few days away from my birthday. We both have birthdays in the same week. That means we're special, Dr. 007. We're the most special people in the world. And the hippest. So happy birthday to him. Wow, 007. There you go. Anyway, back to this suit. I saw on the internet so many people putting these memes. One person like, oh, they're just trying to force you to force all this on you, and they're taking things and they're not helping things and they're forcing things and they're not letting this happen and that happen. And then one guy in Georgia got on there and says, none of this is happening in Georgia, so what does this got to do with us? Nobody's forcing anybody to do anything here. People in Georgia's like, what's going on with the rest of this country? You guys are arguing over what? Damn, we're tired of it. It's like nobody's forcing anybody anything. I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea for the Ten Commandments to be on there. This is part of history. We should be learning it in history class. But we get rid of, Black history, American history, government history, economics, the Bible. We're just going to get rid of everything that we need to learn, that we can learn from, and just go, as long as it doesn't make somebody uncomfortable. I don't care about making people uncomfortable. As you can tell, this is the RyanORadio Penitentiary. I love making people uncomfortable. Grew up listening to heavy metal, and my heroes were D-Generation X and NWO. Come on. We got 2 words for you. I'm glad the kids have got better influences. I mean, I hear that Netflix, they're going to get a little rowdy on Netflix. I guess they think they're going to be cool and start going back and be a little more extreme on Netflix when Raw goes on there. I saw some of them last night trying to be a little rowdy. But one guy I do say that don't have to do it and still can be popular is Logan Paul. I'm glad, even though he's supposed to be a bad guy right now, he's still a hero to many of the youth. And dude, that's somebody good to look up to. Why is this somebody to look up to? He kind of keeps it clean as possible. On the show, he does. And look, so does who was not there last night, Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee, who they have to make sure when he's on his own radio show on ESPN, they have to time delay him because him and his staff like to cuss. He doesn't do any of that on Raw. So let me tell you, some good people to look up to. Good people to look up to. Anyway, Triple H did say, I want to drop this in here as we go into a break in just a few moments. Triple H did say in a recent interview, I think on the Pat McAfee show, he was talking about how Raw was going to be a little bit more extreme, that they don't have to block out the holy blanks on Netflix and everything like that they have to do on TV or get blacked out. So coming up next year, when Raw's on Netflix, they're just going to go all out. And congratulations to Judgment Day's Finn Balor and JD McDaniel as they become the new WWE World Tag Team Champions on Monday night. Defeating the Miz, the Awesome Truth, the Miz, and R-Truth thanks to Miss Liv Morgan, who wants to be part of the group. Also, we hear that at the pay-per-view coming up this weekend is Money in the Bank. No, next weekend's Money in the Bank. Next weekend's Money in the Bank. And the first weekend of July is Money in the Bank. And the world champion, Damian Priest, defends his title against Seth Rollins, former world champion. If Seth wins, Damian's got to quit the Judgment Day. So that's a little bit of wrestling wrap-up for you. I just wanted to throw that out there for you. And, man, I'm going to talk about it a little later. What a fantastic promo by Bo Dallas, the former Bo Dallas, who's Uncle Howdy. I'm going to talk about that. Plus, tonight, Who Killed WCW on Vice TV? It's the final Nitro, the 4-part series. We'll talk later on in the week about my thoughts on that. But some other headline news for you. NASA is going to push for Starlink return in July. On Friday, they said that Starlink crew is expected to return to Earth next month. SpaceX is back-to-back launching of the Starlink satellites begin at 1:15 p.m. and 11:45 p.m. this past Sunday to get more of those Starlinks up there. Also, Alex Jones, the InfoWars host and owner, say InfoWars will be able to continue to operate for another couple of months before it will be shut down. Alex Jones is being sued by the former elementary school that he said that was fake, and the shooting that was fake there. So many shootings go on for real, and he just wanted to turn it into a conspiracy theory, which has lost Alex Jones's 44 employees jobs, who are going to have to start looking for other jobs because not every one of them are going to be able to find jobs. They're going to lose jobs due to him having to go into bankruptcy and pay off this school and the parents of these children that were killed in the Sandy Hook tragedy. And of course, he will continue his process moving forward with Steven Crowder and everything, but he will not hit some of those staff. And maybe behind the scenes people might get jobs and everything, but what about the other on-air staff people? Do you think anybody's going to touch them? Probably not. I feel bad for that one guy that's been with him for years, the one that went to jail. I can't even remember the guy's name right now, but the one that went to jail, the one that was always out there. He always dressed nice, always had a suit on wherever he went and everything. I feel pretty bad for him because he stuck with Jones this many years, and he's probably not going to get a job anywhere and everything unless they want to bring him from behind the scenes. So that's what's going on. Nope, I don't. conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, not researchers like some of my people that listen. You can't just do the things. You can't just do those things and say, I tell you, in media, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's radio, wherever it's at, you just can't lay your mouth out there and say whatever you want just because it comes out of your mouth. And that's how I feel. Well, I feel like, hamburgers are not as good as pizza. Well, that's all right to say something like that. But then going into, if you don't eat hamburgers, you're not a real person. You're not a decent person. You eat pizza. You're trying to be Italian and you're trying to do this and it's cholesterol. And you just go into all kind of lies about a pizza. I'm just using those two as examples because most of these conspiracy theories are extreme, but I'm just using that as an example. You can't lie on things. Clickbait is lies. This is why Fox got sued a few years ago. This is why so many people are like, hey, we don't want to say that stuff on the TV. We can't say this stuff on the TV because they could lose money. And people are like, they're just trying to shut people. No, they're not. You just can't lie to the public. Public opinion is you, the public, saying, I like hamburgers and I think pizza is evil and it kills people off. Or I like pizza and I think hamburger is racist. Well, that's your personal opinion. But you can't be a show host and go and say all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't lie on things. So it's just the way it is. So this is why I feel bad for his 44 employees. Alex Jones is gonna stay on his feet. He's gonna keep his home. He's gonna be able to go on to Steven Crowder's and expand on whatever Steven Crowder's doing on his network. And he's gonna be able to cuss for a couple of years about how everybody took everything from him. So he's not gonna lose anything, but the employees are. So all I say is you get in this business, do what's right. If you give your opinion, make sure there's a top of the hour ID that says the opinions of this is not that doesn't get you in trouble, the company you work for in trouble or whatever. But if you go in there and go, those extremist lizard people are coming to get us and start eating us, stop smoking that 180 proof THC. Go back and ask Sweet Leaf if he can get you the natural stuff. Sweet Leaf says, I'll get them the natural stuff, but I don't know. I like laughing at some of these people. Oh, Lord. We're going to put you guys in the penalty box for safekeeping. Still to come. Speaking of penalty box, the Panthers did it. We'll talk about that this morning. Plus, we got a lot more in store for you on this edition of the RyanORadio Penitentiary. You're in lockdown. I will get your poll question in there for you, buddy. I will do that. I'm going to write it down. Which is your favorite comic strip character? 47% of you say Garfield. 18% say Blondie. 6% say Beetle Bailey. And 29% say any other comic strip. If you don't know what a comic strip is, look it up there. And we'll do our daily Bible verse when we get back on the radio dial. Stay right there, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, and God bless you, Randy, for being with us. We're going to stay with you guys. We got your weather forecast and more right after this short break. You're in the penitentiary and you're in lockdown.
Time for your Tuesday Outlook Fed weather forecast brought to you by Active Pest Control for the Atlanta metro area. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Mike and the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. Sunday skies today, another hot day in store for the Atlanta and the
I like that one.
Here, 96. Winds light and variable. A few clouds will downtown low near 71. Going in on your Wednesday, a mixture of sunny clouds, maybe a possible stray shower or thunder shower possible. High near 96, light and variable winds. Wednesday night, low near 72, a few clouds from time to time. By Thursday, it's a high near 94, partly cloudy skies. With winds light and variable, showers are possible. With Thursday night, mostly clear skies, low near 70, light and variable winds. By Friday, TGIF, high near 96, low near 73, mostly sunny skies. That's your active weather forecast for the Atlanta metro Atlanta area. Brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 10th Street in Newton. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Active Pest Control offers the best services and prices to protect your home. Offering both monthly and quarterly pest control services, plus specific services like bed bug, vermin roach, and flea control. Even if you can't see them, insects are all around you 24/7. Active Pest Control wants to be the first line of defense.
What's up, Drew?
Repair, bond, best termite coverage around. Active Pest Control.
Yo, Drew Peanuts in the house. What's up, Drew Peanuts? How you doing, brother? Such a cool name, man.
Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. At Southern States Bank, we're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Our team is deeply rooted in the community. We take pride in providing personalized service. Come to Southern States Bank for great service comes naturally. Visit us today or check us out at SouthernStatesBank.net. Southern States Bank.
That's another one that was a cartoon comic strip, Peanuts.
NMLS number 410611.
Hey there, folks. Looking for the top expert in Medicare, health insurance, and life insurance? Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine, your trusted agent. Charmaine works with multiple companies, ensuring you get the options tailored just for you. Why settle for less when you can have the list? 706-525-5931.
Oh, I know. If I say it funnier, if I say it slower, I know it's going to be much, much funnier. I already know that.
County Force is Newton's own addiction recovery support center.
I already know that, Drew.
Recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost.
Can't say it on the radio. I already know.
www.cowetaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Shopping for insurance doesn't have to be stressful. I'm Christy, owner of Ellsworth Insurance, located here in Newton, Georgia. We're an independent agency with access to multiple carriers for home, auto, life, health.
Chelsea, what's up?
We're your one-
Chelsea, how you doing this morning? Good morning to you. Thank you for coming back and being part of the show.
770-755-7053.
Young lady, we'll appreciate you.
Hi, this is Mark Soriano, asking you to tune in to Let Go and Let God every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEE. We help those who are struggling with their faith or have doubts through discussion, inspirational stories, and contemporary Christian music. So tune in to Let Go and Let God Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. right here on WQEE.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of the
40 Fair Radio.
Show, where I play all Vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Newton, Georgia.
What? Oh, wake up, wake up. Oh, you're not going to make it on time. Well, it's all right. I'm saved by the bell. Sorry, you come on out of that penalty box, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in Drew, as well as Chelsea's back with us on a TGI Twisted Tuesday edition. Still to come and go inside the Friday Night Lights Scoreboard in the second half of period number 2. Richard Holdridge should join us. We'll talk a little Stanley Cup Playoffs with him, how the Panthers did last night. We'll get a little football Friday news, which is on a Tuesday, and so much more. Also in the final period, ladies and germs, you and I are going to be talking with Shane B. Top 10 movies. What's hot, what's not, Inside Out, taking the number 1 spot for 2 weekends in a row. And he returns from his family vacation. He had a family reunion. I'm like, why didn't you tell me about that? I saw it on Facebook. Why didn't he tell me about that? I could have went to the family reunion. I like ribs and stuff. I know that he cooked a lot of great food. The family did. No, I just didn't want to share it with me. That's what it was, Shane. Back here a little later on. But first, welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. You and I are with us. Good morning to all the lovely people with us. Which is your favorite comic strip? For those who don't know what a comic strip is, newspapers used to have this one entertainment section with comic strips and crossword puzzles and all that stuff. The only important page in the newspaper. And to your grandparents and great grandparents, the only important page to them was to see if their cousin or their ex got arrested. Oh, I told you Thomas got arrested. Oh my goodness. Oh, Thomas got arrested. Oh, Bob did what he did. Did you see what Lisa did over the weekend? That old girl got drunk and she took all her clothes off. Yeah, the arrest reports were all they were into. But comic strips had Garfield, Blondie, Peanuts, Beetle Bailey, Calvin and Hobbes, and all that kind of stuff. So which is your favorite comic strip characters? 45% say Garfield. Blondie comes in with 15% of the votes. Beetle Bailey, about an army, kind of a, I would say, a cartoon version of Gomer Pyle. Before go, 5% of the votes, and other 35% of the votes. There you go. You're welcome. We appreciate everybody being with us this morning, and we're going to dive into it. That is our poll question this morning. I figured do something kind of cool. So everybody go, I remember. Remember them good old days. All right, we're going to dive into some other headline news for you. About 20 minutes away from the top of the hour. Currently 66 degrees in the Atlanta market. And we are beautiful sunny skies out there. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pet Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Newton. They take care of my home. They can take care of yours. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael the Crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. All right, let's jump into a couple other things going on. I put other for all the above. There you go, Pete. Put other. He's for all of them. What is some of your favorite comic books? Not comic books, comic strips you remember. Garfield's best cartoon character invented, says the Wandering Hippie. What's up? There you go, and everything. I love all of those old comic strips and everything. But your parents and your grandparents, and I'm talking about the Generation Xers. Your parents and your grandparents more interested in seeing if their ex got arrested over the weekend for, going topless or getting drunk and running down the street. That's real news. Who cares about what's going on with the president? Who cares about, but this is back in the day. Who cares about the, law enforcement arresting David Koresh or Jim Jones? We want to know that cousin Leroy over here got arrested. Cousin Leroy got arrested. Dick Tracy is cool there. ABC. That was them. Back when he says, here we go. Back when I done birthdays and Christmas, I used the comic papers for wrapping paper. What? You don't do Christmas now? What's wrong with you? You don't do birthdays anymore? That's fine. It's your thing. I'm doing a birthday on Friday, so everybody's want to take me out. I don't know why. Bill Murray, I love him in the Garfield movie. That was one of the coolest movies yet too. And then the latest one, the kids are just loving it. It's still like in the top 10. I think it's like, let's see where it's at. It's number 4. So it's still in the top 10. We got about 3 or 4 kids movies still out there, which I think is cool and everything. All right, let's jump into it. A couple of more headline news stories. Guys, we're going to talk about who killed WCW later on, the final Nitro tonight on Vice TV. The 4-part segment The Rock and his ex-wife Dana Garcia put together about WCW's beginning, middle, and end. We'll talk about that later on the week. Plus, ladies and gentlemen, we got True Crime Thursday on Thursday and Weird Wednesday. Professor Brenda Gasky joins us tomorrow for another edition of Horrifying History. Get your pens and papers ready because the blood of the unknown and weird will stain the history books with us on Wednesday. But that's some things going on. There you go. I told you guys, you get a chance to check it out. It's called Devil on the Campus, the Larry Ray story. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. It was about a man who kind of took his daughter's friends and made them kind of follow him. He basically took them for their money, and it became kind of a cult. Well, I checked it out. It was good. When I watched it on Sunday, I talked about it a little bit yesterday. I want you guys to check it out and see what you think about it. All right, ABC says, it's okay. I also don't do Christmas. I do what to God? There you go. It makes me very depressed, so I had to stop doing it. Well, you need to listen to the radio here. We get some good Christmas programs on here. I always do something great for Christmas here. Christmas has never been the same in my house since my mom passed away, so we don't celebrate it anymore. Oh, well, I'm going to make you guys feel good this year during the holidays, during Christmas. I'm going to have a great Christmas programming all on my show and everywhere. Because I agree. I understand where all you guys are coming from. Not trying to change your mind whatsoever. But, you said it's a Russian holiday that you guys celebrate. Cool. Okay, ABC. But I've had up and down Christmas. I've had terrible birthdays, but I still do it because why? The love of all of you guys. I mean, my birthdays, man, I get over 500 birthday 500 people send me happy birthday on my Facebook, and they're like, well, they do that to just anybody. No, I know actually almost, I'd say 3/4 of the people on my Facebook, personal Facebook, I know personally. And I've got about 5,000 friends. So, and I know most all these people personally. So the people that wish me happy birthday actually know me personally, have seen me. So, that made my day. So you guys, I'll make your day. I'll continue to make your day at Christmas, your birthdays and stuff like that. And that's all good with me. We'll definitely keep it family orientated. That's what we do. We're family in here. So I'll get you guys in the Christmas spirit later on this year. My grandson likes Halloween. Woo! There you go. And he says that because Christmas is every day, his words, and he's 5. Christmas is every day. Oh, red bricks. He's smart. He likes candy, 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 candy. Like Garfield would say, as this all goes back together, Garfield would say, candy, 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 candy. Halloween. There you go. Good morning, everybody out there. Like, subscribe, and share to the page. If you want to help a brother out, $RyanShelander, RyanShelander. Pluto, what's up? Yo, what's up? All right, guys. Before we head into a break here, a proposed lawsuit going against Disney right now from some of his former employees, including workers, to sell their homes in California to move to Florida as a part of a canceled project. 2 employees have filed a lawsuit last week in Los Angeles County Superior Court saying Disney's officials said in July of 2021 that told them that about 250 employees will be leaving with the product team and others will be heading to Florida, and they had to sell their homes and everything. If they wanted to keep their jobs, they had to sell their homes and move there. A lot of these people moved there and stayed in hotels so they were able to find homes. And then, of course, Florida's costing more than California, which is, wow, amazing according to these people. So now they are suing the Disney company for making them move because one of the 2 of these particular plaintiffs said that they had to sell a family home they've had forever. Wow. Pete says Jehovah's Witnesses do not do this as well, but I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I know I used to work with one years ago, and every year on Christmas he'd come up to me and talk about, because he had married into a Jehovah's Witness family, and they didn't celebrate any of that stuff, but he used to love coming to me. This when I was in college, when I worked at Kroger's, he used to love coming. I was making all the donuts and stuff, and he was in the frozen food department. He used to love coming and talk to me about Christmas and everything. It was a wow. Wandering Hippie says, I'm closer to being a Jehovah's Witness than any other religion. Hey, be what you want to be, guys. Doesn't bother me. But I'm glad that they're actually suing. When your company promises you something and then drops the ball on you, and Disney dropped the ball and causing these people to either the only way to keep your job is you have to move. Companies shouldn't be able to do that. That's why Hooters is closing up. Yeah, Hooters is closing up, guys. So all you perverted old men, you won't be able to go out and be a pervert over some 22-year-old girl or even younger. All right, perverted old men, your restaurant's shutting down. We'll talk about that and more coming up in just a few moments.
Buying some pretzel sticks.
Excuse me?
This is your wake-up call from TracFone Wireless.
Okay.
What if you didn't?
As long as you went to church, I mean, everybody has a different points of view on what they think Jesus and God is. You got Bali coming here and tell you his difference. But we're going to bring you together. Amen. Oh, I didn't get to do this one for. I'm sorry. Randy dropped in something for me. Chelsea, you still there? Good morning, Chelsea. You still there? Randy, I got to get that. I thought they had this one here. This ain't a big news story on my news source about Hooters shutting down. Yeah, Hooters shutting down. Who cares?
Transformation, hope, and deliverance to your life. God loves you, cares about you, and wants to instruct and guide
Really?
you in His Word. So I can tell you, Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m., tune in so your life can be radically changed forever because God's love and care.
You're walking, shopping, or on your favorite trail.
I got to get that
You
new
get that
commercial
feeling
in there. I know
that
she sent me
somebody's
one,
coming up on you.
but it just
What
didn't
do you
work
do
out.
to be prepared in today's world? Hi, I'm Holly Reese. I'm the founder of Warrior Defenders. As a certified
I love it when my computer acts up. I love it when my computer acts up.
All women of all ages have the ability to learn how to defend themselves effectively with technical drills.
I don't got no Yahoo.com.
skills. You can be your
Where did that come from?
Classes and private seminars are available. Learn today to have a safer tomorrow. WarriorDefenders.com.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste. The best chicken around. Fish dinners. Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to their former location. Bringing you the best chicken around. So great.
What are yours?
Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Want to give back to your community in a meaningful way? Cares for Kids is a Keller Williams Realty founded charity in which 100% of money raised goes directly to children in need in our area. Cares for Kids helps fund local organizations like Angel's House, Coweta Casa, Elevate, and more. Help Cares for Kids reach their mission of serving 1 million children. Call 678-634-9770 today to learn more on how to be involved, or text K4K Newton.
You guys ready? I'm coming back after my parade.
Are you looking for a reliable dental practice that not only cares about your teeth, but is friendly to work with? How about one that offers great deals and new patient promotions? Well, your search is over. Most Valuable Smiles in downtown Eatonton, Georgia.
Eatonton, yeah!
The biggest and brightest smile. Right now, get a $99 new patient special.
Worldwide, baby.
X-rays and exam.
Statewide.
For veneers. Most Valuable Smiles veneer special includes 1 free veneer with every 5 purchased. Or get that bright white smile you've always wanted by taking advantage of an exclusive $100 off Zoom whitening treatment when you book today. And don't forget that 2022 is almost all-inclusive deals. Call 706-623-0318 or visit mostvaluablesmiles.com.
Yeah.
You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Newton, Georgia.
All right, ladies and germs. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. Our brother Randy brought this to us this morning. He says, there's our daily Bible verse from John 18:12 states, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Amen, Randy. Thank you for that morning devotion there coming from our Gordo. What's Gordo saying? Can we not please what? Talk about birthday cake? Remember John the Baptist? What? All right. Remember the Baptist, his head became a birthday gift. His head was placed on a silver platter that is a symbol of a birthday cake. Tasty. At one point in my life, I thought Jehovah's Witnesses were just tight-fisted, laugh out loud, not celebrating Christmas and birthday because he was part of that. Oh, you were texting your third wife? Gordo, no problem. I was like, I didn't know what was going on in there. All right, let's see here. Guy, you perverted old men out there. There's going to be in some states that you're not going to be able to go and look at 18 to 22-year-olds or maybe 25-year-olds. I don't know what age group they stop them. Hooters is the latest in the chain restaurants that are closing dozens across the United States, blaming the tough economic challenges. I'm going to tell you before we get into the story, local businesses support local businesses. Go out and support local people, whether you agree politically with them or not. Stop with the political bias. That's what's destroying your business. Don't go, well, I just like country music, so I'm just going to do business there. Well, when there's 500 country stations around, you're lost in the shuffle. I'm just telling you right now, people that are in business, you need to learn to get with marketing people. You need to work together. You need to support each other. I don't care if two businesses side by side, one's a liberal and one's a conservative. They need to support each other and have clients coming in. This is the problem. The reason all this is shutting down is not just overpricing. The food is overpriced. Don't get me wrong. The economy is bad because of the pandemic. But if we supported one another a little bit more in our local businesses, we might spend a little bit more, but we're going to spend a little bit more with each other, and we're going to take care of each other. That's my thoughts on it. And, of course, I'm always right. Just like I told you, the Panthers are going to win. I am always right. Hooters is the latest chain. They're including rise in food and labor costs. That's right. I mean, it costs a lot to get those uniforms, right? Them short shorts and them tight shirts that cost a lot. Like many restaurants under pressure from the current market conditions, Hooters has made the difficult decision to close a select number of unperforming stores. You know why some of those numbers are? Somebody's wife's like, you ain't going out there, John. You ain't going nowhere, John boy. You not going to that Hooters and seeing that young girl named Patty. I know Patty's your favorite one. Anyway, the company did not release the list of affected locations with specific numbers. However, according to local reports, several dozen of local wing chains have closed, spanning different areas like Rhode Island. But Virginia, Texas, Florida, and Kentucky, some of those closed over the weekends, with others getting in the next couple of weeks. Despite the closures, despite all the closings, Hooters said a 41-year-old brand remains highly relevant. That's right. It's highly relevant. It's highly relevant. It's very, very big in some areas. Very small in some areas, very big in some areas. We look forward to continue serving our guests at home, on the go, and our restaurants here in the U.S. and around the globe, says the company. The increase, particularly in food prices, has caused customers to pull back on spending and complaint online for everything. It's not just Hooters. Applebee's, TGIS, Boston Markets, California's Pizza Kitchen, and now, of course, the bankrupt Red Lobster have all recently closed restaurants. Woo! Twin Peaks, says Poopy Pie. Take them on. Took them out. God forbid the CEOs take a bonus less than $25 million. I know, right? And then we're not going to let these. We're going to use these young 18 to 20, 22, 23-year-old girls to attract these perverted old men to come in here. We're going to raise the prices. We're going to give. It's cheap to make the uniforms for them, unlike other uniforms in other places. But I'm not going to go down on my money because I'm more important than everybody else. The rich is more important. What's wrong with you? Back in a moment. I'm picking one, guys. Nine-liner is the name of the singer I like. Oh. Games for the win. From the side, I thought. Games for a win is a loser. Coming out here want to talk about somebody. Listen to my music. I'm out on all major platforms. I will do that, my friend. Somebody's in their mom's basement again, waiting for her to bring their Games for Win is his mom's basement again, waiting for her to bring him his Pop-Tarts. Not too hot. It might burn the top of his mouth. I'll definitely like you when we get off the page and follow you back, my friend. Little. I don't know what that means, billionaire. Are you trying to be like, and rest in peace, for real rest? I didn't know that. God bless them and God bless you. I hate to hear that, and if it hits you hard, I feel bad for you. I don't make fun of anybody. I hate to hear that. I didn't know that. Well, all the perverted old men will have places to go to look at little 18 to 22-year-old girls and go, all these pedos out here. Oh, it is? Yeah, gorilla. It's the gorilla that was euthanized because a child fell. Oh, okay, Poopy Pie. Thank you for giving me that news story. No, Arthur, I don't. But if you do, you can do what you want to do. We don't care. We don't judge anybody here. We like everybody from Jehovah's Witnesses to people like you that smell your toilet paper after you wipe. That's fine. It's freedom of whatever. The world went to blank. You feel like it went down the drain because of that gorilla passing away, billionaire. I'm sorry for you, friend. I know you probably feel that way. Arthur says, "Cool, I'll subscribe." Thank you. You're an inmate now. There's no trolls in here. It's all inmates. The most dangerous people on the internet are in here. In the RyanORadio Penitentiary. This is what this show is called, RyanORadio Penitentiary. Everybody that's here is the most dangerous inmates in the world. 12, what's up? Amen. Arthur probably needs we probably need to get him some. We got a therapist that comes on Wednesday. If you come on tomorrow, we'll get you to listen to him after I go off. He'll help you out. Oh, I know you're dangerous. That's why you're an inmate now, bro. Hey, if you want to, there's an email in this thing right here, 99classicrock@gmail.com. You can send your music over to me, bro. I've got people send music all the time. I've got R&B music, pop music, rock. We'd like to listen to it because there's something we're going to be planning on doing later on from the company thing. Cardio sucks when you're sick. Well, Poopy Pie, you're an exercise guru and you just keep on working out. Well, the rest of us just keep on working our coffees out. You're a professional. Red Brick says, put him in the ceiling with Bubba. Bubba. I like that kind of stuff. Morning 12 once again. Perverted old men that go to Hooters, we don't allow them to come and be part of this show. People like kids now. We got too many kids in here, Arthur, right now, so we take up for our kids. Like I said, you're in with the dangerous inmates. I'm the warden, and these are my inmates. Morning, Cher. How you doing, sister? Oh, sorry to hear that, Poopy Pie. Sigmund and Ho with Cletus. Oh, yeah, Cletus, I like it. Come on over here, boy. I like the way you smell. I like the way you taste. He's nonchalant. He also likes lasagna, right, 12? Cher is early. Woo! Wow. Gen Pop Justice. Woohoo! The age of consent is 16 in Georgia. My football coach is dating a junior. Well, I know a football coach that married his quarterback's ex-girlfriend. But as long as he wins football games, he's a cool cat. I'm like, wait a minute, he's a pervert. I got young ladies in my family, like some old man go talking to her and be like, son, come over here. Come on, Warden Ryan, for a minute. Yo, perverted man. I wish they'd shut down all the, the only reason they can leave the Hooters open in parts of Georgia is because of what you just said, Arthur. Okay, have them perverts trying to go out there and trying to go to the prom with some 16-year-old. God, that's sick. That's sick. No offense to my young ladies that are 16, but you could do better than some perverted old man, okay? Poopy Pie said, my high school football coach married a girl I was in high school with, but that's typical in Florida for me. Yeah, Poopy Pie, they try to make out like that's a Southern thing, like we're all right with that, but no, we're not. Even Florida, as bad as Florida man, Florida women is, no, I don't. It may be typical in some parts, but it's not. Your granddad's 93 and your grandma's 64. Well, they're old. That's fine, but look, this ain't the Laurie Ingalls days, Arthur. This ain't Little House on the Prairie's days. That was perverted back then. It's perverted everywhere. It's always been perverted, just like racism always been racist. Look, those day and times are wrong. Okay, that was completely wrong. Now, if they've been together that long, that's your grandparents, that's you. I'm not putting them down, but it's a bit unusual. There's a difference when someone begins a relationship as a child without a formed brain and two fully grown adults. Exactly. Cher's like, I got in here early for this. You know why? What you don't get on that is what we read out of the Bible teaches us the right and wrong things to do. It's not all, if you marry 12-year-olds, all right. No, it was wrong. God said it was wrong. And people were dying back then. Thank you, Randy, for saying hallelujah. Randy understands the Bible. I'm thinking of these people of power who date people who are less than 20. Yeah, I do too. We're going to talk about this. Thank you for bringing it up, Arthur. No, we're going to bring it up. Thank you for bringing it up, though, buddy. I'm glad Cher's going to be able to start cleaning up today. As all the storms, they're going to have more storms on Thursday. Fully adults screw up marriages all the time. Sometime you need a change. Laugh out loud. 12. This is 12. You just want to mess with somebody today, don't you? People do read it wrong, but there is a key to it that stories in there are to teach us what to do and what not to do. It's not to go, well, I'm a king and I can have a wife, a concubine, a girlfriend. No, it's to show you not to do that. Am I right, Randy? Randy's like, oh, he's on fire. Oh, a lot of young ladies groomed that young poopy pie, and that makes me mad. All right, we're going to talk about that now. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is. It's the RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'll tell you what's wrong with it. Ladies and gentlemen, 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast, Shout It Out Loud, across the RyanORadio media page, Earth Rock Radio. That's right, Earth Rock Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation, the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and finally the RyanORadio Penitentiary YouTube page and 99.1 FM WQEE the Key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and much, much more. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. I hope you're having a great morning. We're in period number 2. We have sports updates coming up here. We're going to talk about the Panthers and their big win last night in just a few moments, and a few other sports headline news, CFL football, and more. We'll get some football action. But oh yes, our audience is dropping in a good question this hour that I want to get into. And it's the 1886 mindset of people that used to die at young ages, and how some 35-year-old would marry a 14-year-old or 16-year-old or whatever. Arthur was like, age of consent is 16 in Georgia. Or, I don't know, I got to look that up. Are you saying it's wrong to be 35 and looking to date a junior or seniors? Yes, it is wrong to be 35 years old and dating a child. Because like Poopy Pie said here from Florida, she says their minds are not developed. And she said that she was groomed. And that's called grooming a young lady. If a man is 22 and he's dating a 16 or 17-year-old, he's grooming her. I know the young ladies out there, I'm smart, I'm independent, I can do it. Young ladies, please don't get mad at me. I'm not saying you're not. So don't take it as that. I'm just telling you, it's perverted. I don't care if great grandpa did it. It's the same thing as the example is that was that day and time of, well, people used to kill black people and rape women. That was that day and time. That's the same mindset. Just because it was that day and time didn't mean it was right and it was wrong. It was wrong. Okay. Because the laws were made by old men who want to. Yeah, that's right. They were made by old men and everything. Do we think differently if he's a multimillionaire and takes care of her and her family? I don't think differently about that, 12. I think it's still wrong. I mean, look, if he's 70 years old and she's 40 or 50 years old and they want to get married, that's fine. They're both adults. But if he's 35 years old and she's 16, 17, why do you think we got so many Chris Hansen shows out there? Come on. Why do you think we got so many Chris Hansen shows out there? Heck, Georgia was hit up for all that. Why do you think there were so many To Catch a Predators and True Blue? And the guy's still doing the show. Chris Hansen's still doing the show. And then you got spinoffs on the YouTube of guys coming from Alabama or from Texas to go chase people down. You got a guy called some Skeeter Hansen. These guys are still chasing all these predators out here. Good morning, Captain Hot Buns. What's up, brother? What's up? So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I say. So, like Woody Allen. Oh, yeah. He went after his own stepdaughter, didn't he? Poopy Pie said because overturning the laws while old men are still the primary demographic of people who make the laws, they won't overturn them. Use some critical thinking. Thank you. And look, I know, I don't think, yeah, way back in the day they married, it was still wrong. They weren't developed enough. Here's the thing. We use the whole mind. Great-grandparents were good people. When you walked into their closet, they got the Klansman outfit. His grandpa was still good. He went out and worked in the mill. He was a Klansman. Grandpa was 35 when he met grandma when she was 14. Good man. He took care of her. No, it's wrong. We got to stop saying that was that day and time. It's wrong. It's disgusting. I mean, you got to keep in mind, guys, what a topic to talk about on Tuesday morning before we get into sports. 15 minutes past the hour, holding at 66 degrees, high near 97 day, low near 66 tonight. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Poopy Pie said, especially when the primary purpose of the law was to force teenage pregnancy couples to wed so that they wasn't to be unwed pregnancies. They did that stuff back then, pretty sure. But, and I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings that might think it's all right. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just explaining to you the process behind it. I'm not trying to get you guys. Well, you're right. If they wouldn't marry by 18, they were considered an old maid. You know why? Because back then they didn't have anything. Women were only allowed to be wives, bear children, and cook. And back then there wasn't really anything to amount to. I mean, you weren't going to amount to no more than working in the mill or on your farm. Before even TV and radio became popular, or it was even created, and also. People were dying younger back then. I know that's why they married people. You still say, no, it's wrong. Yeah, I say it's wrong. It is wrong for a grown man to want a child. It's wrong. I don't care. There's age. Look, there's states that age of consent is 14, man. And that's disgusting. And there's stage that's like, you got to be 18. Thank God for some of them states say you got to be 18. They still not all there. I'll get your last comment, Wondering Hippie. The age, and people were dying younger back then. But still, it was wrong. I don't care what anybody says. Women and children were not smart enough to think about it. Arthur says the age of consent in a lot of the states, and why is it wrong to want to groom a beautiful virgin woman if you can get her without tricking her, just simply talking? Good question, but it's grooming. It's disgusting. The kids these days are far more advanced than our stupid old family members. Yeah, because of the internet. I'm going to go back to yours, Wondering Hippie. Poopy Pie said, because its life expectancy was 50 and women weren't allowed to have a bank accounts until recently. Woo, Poopy Pie's got all that coming on. Don't do that. They might think you're some kind of feminist, Poopy Pie. Let's see. The Wandering Hippie says, Arthur, I don't think you understand this law. If you're over age of 18 and sleep with an 18-year-old, you know there is a law that stops it. It's called carnal knowledge. It means anyone over 18 can't. That's right. He's right about that. The kids are a little smarter these days on certain things, but I don't think a 16-year-old girl that's out here preparing a couple of years to go to college that possibly wants to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, or run her own business, is wanting to get pregnant by her bummy boyfriend in high school. Who he wants to go on to be some kind of football star to get it, that's going to help him in college to get him a career so he can later on start a family. I think that they don't want that to happen. One case is, whoa, way to go, Clay. I'm proud of you, brother. He took a different thing. Can we not feed the subject? Seems like he's starting to troll. Fell and broke her ribs. Who fell and broke the ribs? Yes, sir. Remember when the dirt back on the Supreme Court justice was, yeah. Ginsburg. I heard that on the news, and immediately I prayed to God to knock the lady down. 3 days later, she fell and broke her ribs. There you go. Most people here don't believe in the perverted stuff with kids. So how can we fight against the pedos when people are pedos? I'm going to help you subscribe that. I'm going to make sure you get to that subscription, Clay. Thank you, brother, for coming on. In case you missed it, second daily verse, Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that the power of the Holy Spirit you may abound in hope. Thank you. Hippie said, seems like Arthur is trying to justify something he is doing or done. Or maybe somebody in his family's done it or something. True story. Everybody say. If you're an 18-year-old guy with a 15 or 16-year-old girl, the guy can get charged for statutory rape. That's true. And that's weird, but that's true. They're closer to age, but, if you can be charged with that, how can a 35-year-old date a 16-year-old? I'm in the state where the age of consent is 16 with no age difference requirement. I'm always looking for a beautiful high schoolers. Arthur, you like hold on. Here's the thing. Arthur's like Matthew McConaughey in that movie. Well, my. You'd be a lot cooler if you did. I keep getting older and they keep getting younger. I mean, they keep staying. No, what is it? They keep staying the same age and I keep getting older or something. Are you Matthew McConaughey? And Mom, you'd be a lot cooler if you did. Come check out my car. No worries. Skeeter Hansen's going to catch him one day. He's going to tell Skeeter, look, no, man, look, I was on that RyanORadio Penitentiary show and told them this was legal. And Skeeter be like, no. Skeeter be like, now look. In this chat right here, you showed her your pretty small Johnson. I'm not saying you got one. I'm just saying that's what he says. You're 30 and you still go to high school varsity events. Somebody needs to be a warning. High school girls, some old 30-year-old man's coming after you. I got to say this right here, though. The women that are in here now that are probably 30 and older, they did that stuff and they were, kind of, I would say, what Poopy Pie said earlier, they were groomed. But these girls nowadays, Dazed and Confused was a great movie. I can watch it all the time. Here's the thing to you, Arthur. You got no chance. These girls nowadays, Randy says, my girlfriend's 40. She likes a mature eagle, not a chick. Laugh out loud. There you go. Here's the thing. Nowadays, these girls will be like, oh, man, what's the talk to me? These girls will be like, you don't comprehend the insignificance of your oldness to me. I'm not worried about these girls nowadays. They'll tell these guys to go where to go. Oh, Lord. Yeah, and I don't want any old ladies. The age of consent in Georgia is 16, and I'm doing nothing wrong. Well, if you're messing with 16-year-old girls, you are doing something wrong. You need to go back and look at that wall. I think it's been passed up to 18 now, buddy. The guy from Texas is going to come get him. Skeeter Jennings. Chris Hansen's on his way to Georgia right now. Ray Brick says, I hate pedophiles and their ignorance, period. All pedos think they do nothing wrong. It was the girl's fault. She was the one that texted me first. Wasn't my fault. It was her fault. It was the 16-year-old girl whose brain hasn't developed as much contacted me, or the 14-year-old contacted me. Not my fault. Yeah. People behind him really don't like you, Arthur. He come to Lakeland, look for Arthur. Yeah. 12 says, that's fun. 12 is like he's ready for Chris Hansen to go after him. I don't know. I got to look up the laws in Georgia to see if it's all right. I don't think so. You come around Noonan, Georgia, trying to mess with somebody's 16-year-old daughter. It'd be like, shh, boy, how old are you? Zach says, good morning. Back in the 90s, there was a lot of indie strip comics. Thank you for bringing it back to that. ABC, we passed from my topic. Yeah, we're going to have to get back to your topic. Which is your favorite comic strip character? 52% say Garfield, 7% say Blondie, 9% say Beetle Bailey, and 33% say other. That's our poll question this morning. We got some sports news coming up for you in just a few moments. Hopefully, we'll get Richard Holdridge on with them. There you go. Doesn't help when parents put their little girls in beauty pageants and dresses them up to be a little older. Yeah, but that don't give the excuse for some perverted old man to want to go after them. We're going to take a break, but I understand they shouldn't be putting them in there either. You're right about that. Back in a moment. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, what's up, brother? How's it going? Good. All right, let me get this commercials a rolling here. Well, you're talking about little kids, Arthur. You're perverted. I don't know what part of Georgia you're from, but talking like you're talking, you wouldn't make it in Noonan. Talking to my 16-year-old daughter. Come on down to Noonan, Arthur. We invite you here. I know a few guys that have 16-year-old daughters. Pete, go ahead and tell your friends that he's coming down to visit. We're going to do sports now, guys. Don't worry about it. No worries. He's been put in timeout forever. because Red Bricks is ready. All right, guys. I know that's right. He can't be from the South. He must be lying. We don't play that kind of stuff around here. And he wanted to sit there and say what Cher was saying. Cher was bringing up a point. All right, Panthers did come back. We'll talk about that coming up, guys. I got rid of him. Don't worry. We can get away from that topic. I just love that all of you guys feel that's the same. Good group of people in here. Anyway, we're going to move forward. We're going to talk some sports. We're also going to talk movies coming up next period, guys, and everything. So.
Oh, I did see Inside Out 2 with my kids last night.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Cool. I do know that If was a good movie. I watched that with the grandson a couple weeks ago. But yeah, and Garfield, they say everybody's loving that movie. So at least there's some kids movies out right now. They say Bad Boys is Ride or Die is good. Richard,
Yeah.
you didn't like it?
No, I haven't seen that.
They say it's pretty good.
Well, you know, I'm a big Marvel fan. I can't wait for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Everybody's talking about that one. Yeah. Let's see. Oh man, I didn't get that joke one in. Okay. New Garfield was good, said Poopy Pie. So is the Ultraman Rising. Really good for baseball fans. Okay, love it. Gonna check it out. Cher says Cher, you still there? What'd you see? Tell me what you guys saw, if you guys seen anything lately. Any of the newer movies out. As we prepare for shade in the next period. Crazy Killer. Hello from Texas. What's up, Crazy Killer? We needed you in here a few minutes ago. Twisters. Yes, I've heard about that one. That one is going to be kind of a remake, but I think it's going to be good. It's like baseball sci-fi superhero for kids. Oh, okay. I'll have to get that for the kids. I'd like to hear that one too there, buddy. All right. Pull this up, get this ready to go. All right, we're getting ready to go on, bro.
Just give me a second.
There's a party going on tonight for sure. Friday nights is always a great night for football, but so is Monday nights, Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights, Saturday afternoon, Sunday nights, and Twisted Tuesday mornings, which means every Twisted Tuesday morning for you Twisters out there, we welcome in our sports analyst. He's the host of the Sports Beat, weekdays from 2 to 3 p.m. here on the network, as well as he is the voice of many of the high school football, basketball, baseball teams around the Fountain City and East Alabama part of Georgia Alabama Sports Live, which presents the Sports Beat weekdays. He has been a part of many of the professional teams in that area and helping them out from baseball to football and soccer. Please welcome our friend. He's a father. He's a husband. He's a soldier. And he is our sports analyst and the man that knows it all in sports and hot sports takes, Richard Holdridge. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Ryan. How's it going?
I'm good. It's going good, brother. How about you?
Oh, man, I can't complain.
There you go. Good morning, Christopher. Thank you for joining us this morning and everybody being with us. Before we dive into the sports and talk about, the Panthers' big win last night is going to be the first thing we talk about. You know, you're going to be hearing it all day on the Rod Peterson Show. My poll question this morning is, which is your favorite comic strip character? So far, now, of course, I left a few of them off, but we have Garfield with 51%, Blondie 6%, Beetle Bailey 8%, and 36% of others. Is there a comic strip hero or comic strip character you remember from the old days that you liked?
Well, okay, so we were talking about this before you came on, before I came on. I'm a big Marvel guy.
Right.
And there's really not one in particular because I'm really all about, seeing the Avengers, DC.
Right.
You got the Justice League, and you also got the Avengers. And I gotta be honest with you. I mean, I've always liked Spider-Man.
There you go. Spider-Amazing Spider-Man. There you go.
Yeah, it's very interesting how they just continue rebooting Spider-Man. But that last one was great when they had all the different Spider-Man.
I remember those Sunday comics as well with Spider-Man in there and Peanuts and Garfield and everything. Yeah, people just don't remember that all these heroes that started off in comic books went to comic strips to movies and cartoons and stuff. So that was one perfect intro there. So yeah, excited about that. And next hour, we're going to talk movies when movie reviews with Shane B and everything. And you told me that you got a chance to see Inside Out 2 with your girls before we get into sports. Tell me a little bit of your thoughts on that right quick.
It was pretty good. When it comes to Disney sequels, I mean,
right?
It was exactly what I expected. I was actually terrified that they would have an agenda.
Okay.
And they did not have the normal Disney agenda like they would. They pushed the envelope.
Right.
For the movie.
Yep.
To accommodate to a month, an entire month that we're celebrating right now.
Right.
I know that sounds bad. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm just saying.
You're not.
I just don't like it when they push that agenda.
Right. No, and we know where you're coming from, Richard. You're a good Christian guy, and you're not like that. Well, we leave that to Shane. Shane is just straight out saying. But my listeners agree with you anyway. So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so your target audience. It's all good.
It's all good. Most of them. I mean, there are some that's on there, and they, it's all right. It's for them if they want to. But I agree with you. I'm glad that it was a kid-friendly movie. It's a kid-friendly movie. Garfield's a kid-friendly movie. We need more kid-friendly movies. We need it to where when Shane comes on Tuesdays, go, all right, it's not a movie I want to see, but it's good for the kids. So there you go. Let's talk sports. The Panthers did it. 7 games, Sunrise, Florida. Poor Rod missed it there. He was watching on TV. He was in Canada. He's calling baseball for a Canadian baseball team, similar to, I would say, the soon-to-be Columbus Braves and everything. So, and in between the Columbus Braves and the former Columbus Chatahoots, he's up there doing that. Now, his wife got to go see the Oilers. She's an Oilers fan. So it was a 2-1. I told Coach Lewis yesterday it was going to be a close game in the final. It'd be like 4-3 or 3-2 or something like that. I told everybody the Panthers were going to win, and they did. It was a great 7 series. I know you like 7-game series. Let's talk a little bit about this NHL Stanley Cup Finals and the first time in history for the Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup.
Well, they almost blew it.
Oh, you see?
It would have been the worst collapse in sports history. But no, I'm happy for Rod
Right.
Peterson. I know he's celebrating down in South Beach. I know that he's probably going to be broadcasting live during the parade, and probably
Hopefully.
going to hoist that Stanley Cup sometime on his show. I know that's got to be exciting for Rod Peterson. The Florida Panthers win their first ever franchise Stanley Cup. First Cup win in franchise history. You know, this team's been around for about 40 years.
Right.
And they were the fastest expansion team to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. Well, they made it in 96 and
Right.
got swept by the Colorado Avalanche. But this team has been in existence since 93. You know, and making it that quick to the Stanley Cup Final in 96. And then they had some hard times. They had a long playoff drought. But the Florida Panthers, by the way, made the postseason the last 5 seasons good, and got some sustainability into the Cup last year, making it back this year, going up 3-0 on the Edmonton Oilers. But then Edmonton was relentless, outscoring them 18-5 in those 3 wins. And I was very impressed with how Florida was able to not be rattled. Like, okay.
Right.
They got us to the game 7. You know, Edmonton stole the game down in Florida.
Yep.
They stole game 5.
Yep.
And Edmonton was very good at home. And so Florida had to win this game. It was a game 7.
Right.
In your home ice. But they win another championship for the city of Miami. So what's that? So the Florida Panthers got 1.
Uh-huh.
The Miami Heat got 3.
Yep.
So LeBron promised 8.
Uh-huh.
Then you got the Florida Marlins with 2 World Series titles.
Yeah, win?
Miami Dolphins, only 2 titles from 73 and 72. I mean, you got to think. The Miami Dolphins right now have got to be thinking, okay, all these teams that are brand new are winning championships, and we haven't won one since 73.
Wow. I tell you what, that's amazing. And of course, the Marlins, which I got a Marlins fan in here, they're not really, they're the cheapest to go see, according to Rod down there in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I almost forgot the 5 national championships for the Miami Hurricanes.
oh, yeah. Let's don't leave that out. Well, you got so many great teams in Florida, though, still. Florida Gators, Florida State Seminoles. We can't leave these teams out. Tampa Bay has brought some championships home. So there's 2. Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, yeah. They brought their football and hockey teams brought some championships home. So we got a lot of fantastic things, but I am proud for the Florida Panthers. I know that I'm sad for the Canadian fans because it's been a while since the Stanley Cup has made it across the border into Canada. And Oilers, they're looking good. They'll come back next season. There's a possibility they could take the championship next season. The Oilers will just keep building. Where do you see the Florida Panthers going towards the future for them? Because if they hadn't won this, Panther fans were calling for the resignation of their head coach. What do you think they got to do heading towards the future to make them satisfied there in Sunrise?
Well, the Eastern Conference is still very dominant. I mean, the New York Rangers won the President's Cup. You know that the Boston Bruins are going to be as good. The Tampa Bay Lightning are not going anywhere.
Right.
Florida can sustain this because they have made the postseason 5 straight years.
Right.
But, just keeping you got to keep Arbery. He's just a hot goaltender. Keep Kachuk, which is now my favorite American-born hockey player.
Woohoo! Yes.
They were showing a photo with Keith Kachuk, from St. Louis, up with Jason Tatum. And now they are champions. And I cannot wait until the Winter Olympics in 2026. 2026, the Winter Olympics. I hope they let NHL players play in the Winter Olympics because Keith Kachuk is now my favorite American-born hockey player. And,
yeah.
I'm just happy. I'm happy for him. I feel bad for Connor McDavid because he wasn't
He still is.
It would have been nice to see Edmonton get a ring.
Yes.
But, you know, the Edmonton Oilers fans are nostalgic.
They're going to keep supporting, though. I mean, they're going to keep supporting.
You can't forget about the 5 titles they won in the 80s with Gretzky and Mark Messier.
Yeah, Wayne. Well, I tell you what, it was a great series. It went back and forth. It showed both teams deserve to be in the Stanley Cup playoffs. There's a winner and there's a loser. But, man, coming in second's always sad, but coming in second in the Stanley Cup playoffs, knowing that you took this team to the limits and it was only a short 2-1 victory. It was not like this was a dominating game for either side. It was more defense than offense in this game. So I'm pretty proud for them. I just got to say that. I'm pretty proud for them. Go Florida Panthers. Oilers will be back next season. Hockey season is over till, later on this year. Football season is over. CFL is going on right now. They're in week 3 this past weekend. We've got baseball action. We're going to get into the second half of the season after next week. And let's talk a little baseball right quick before I talk football. Let's talk a little bit about the second half of the Major League Baseball season coming up in probably less than a week.
Well, right now the Atlanta Braves hold the lead for the wild card. I think they're in second place behind the Philadelphia Phillies, who are having just an amazing season. The Braves are just going to have to weather the injuries. I like to play at Jared Kalenic. He's a good pickup. Spencer Schwallenbacher did not have a good start yesterday in St. Louis, but they got Ronaldo Lopez going today.
Right.
I think that he could end up being a third or fourth starter, but the Braves do need to get another pitcher at the trade deadline. There are talks that Ian Anderson could be ready by August or September.
Let's hope so.
Ian Anderson, just coming off Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
Ian Anderson was one of their top postseason pitchers, especially in that World Series run. And that would be nice if they can get Ian Anderson back. That would be a pretty good postseason starter. But right now, your 2 all-star pitchers are Chris Sale and Max Fried.
Of course.
They're going to have to carry you this season.
Yeah.
I think that Chris Sale and Max Fried are going to have to take it to another level. And I still think that the bullpen is shaky. You got the 40-year-old Chavez.
Right.
Dave Venture is having a rehab assignment in Rome. Tyler Matzik is just not the same pitcher he was. Like Kelly Glacier, he's been shaky and injury prone. The bullpen is a huge question for the Braves. I never once doubted, even with Ronald Acuna Jr. out of the lineup, I never once doubted that the Braves didn't have the offensive firepower. Because Marcell Ozuna right now leads the majors in home runs.
Right.
And Matt Olson, he's starting to come around. Austin Riley had a hit a home run yesterday. It's kind of making it a little bit interesting in St. Louis.
Yeah.
But the Braves are going to be fine. They'll be in the postseason. And they just got to rely on their pitching to try to get some of that October magic.
Yeah, October magic's around the corner. The second half of the season begins after the 4th of July holiday week, and we'll talk more about that. And football season is around the corner. Oh, we're just a few months away from high school, SEC, all of that good stuff, NFL. I mean, I know it's just your mouth is just watering and you're ready for some football. And we're just finishing up with the Columbus Lions winning their championship. The Peach State Cats are on their way to a championship run this weekend.
Yeah, aren't they taking on the Wheeling Fighters?
Yes, they're taking them on this week. Hey, they defeated the Waco team 30-2 this past weekend. So, I mean, we got more arena football action you could shake a stick at. So they're on their way to bringing a championship home to Georgia. So, and probably next season we'll have them on the station. But I'm so excited about football. I want to talk SEC right quick as we head into it, because I know you're going to do a Friday football show every Friday where you're featuring an Alabama and Georgia high school football team. We'll let you get into that on your show. But what do you think about the season ahead for the Alabama Crimson Tide with a brand new head coach. Nick Saban's not at the helms anymore. He's not the captain of the ship. He's stepped down, and we've got a new captain, Stubby or whatever. What do you think about Alabama going into this season?
I'll tell you what, Ryan, I've really been thinking long and hard about this, and that's why I went and got one of those college football books I used to buy like 15 years ago, Athlon Sports, where I try to break down the team itself.
Right.
I'm not worried about Alabama.
Okay.
Kalen DeBoer is a good coach. It's going to be a different philosophy.
Right.
It's not going to be the way it was with Nick Saban.
Nope.
But it's still going to be very good. Alabama is going to be one of the top teams in college football. They're not going to drop off.
Okay.
We're not going to see Bear Bryant leaves and then Ray Perkins takes over. We're not going to see that. It's not going to be much of a drop off.
Okay, that's good for Alabama fans.
Nick Saban, nobody is ever going to duplicate what Nick Saban did.
No, that's true.
I mean, come on. He has probably the most dominant decade
Ever.
in college football history.
Yes.
Nobody is ever going to duplicate what Alabama did. And we're talking about the dynasties of the past, including Nebraska, who there was a 3-year stretch where they won 3 national titles, but they were just outscoring everybody like 70-0. But we'll never see that again.
Exactly.
Alabama's going to be fine. Jalen Milroe is back at quarterback.
Right.
You know, they did lose some players, like Isaiah Bond went to the transfer portal. He's down in Texas.
Yep.
But Alabama, they're going to be hurting on defense. Losing Caleb Downs to Ohio State.
Yep.
I think their defense is not going to be as good, but Alabama's still going to be a pretty good team. I think their biggest test, September 28th.
Okay.
They're hosting Georgia in Tuscaloosa.
Yep.
I think they should be undefeated going into that game, even though they're taking on Wisconsin on the road.
Right.
Unheard of. A road contest against a Power 5 opponent. I mean, they did that back in 2011 when they went to Happy Valley and took out Penn State.
Right.
That's going to be a big test. I think that, the Iron Bowl is in Tuscaloosa this year. They do have to face LSU in Death Valley. Right now, I think that Alabama could probably pencil in 2 losses.
Okay.
Georgia
Wow.
and LSU.
Wow. I cannot.
I do think Georgia beats Alabama in Tuscaloosa this year, by the way.
Really? Wow. We know that George is going to be the number 1. Kirby Smart's ready to go. He wants another championship. It's all looking good over there for the Bulldogs and everything. And we didn't, Hugh Freeze and the Auburn Tigers, we got a new philosophy there too. So I'm hoping Auburn can show up and show out this season and do something. I would hope for them to beat Alabama. But this whole thing, I know Alabama fans out there want to see how this rebuild's going to happen with a new coaching staff. And let's just be honest, I'm going to probably make some Alabama fans mad out there, but I think Nick Saban is bigger and better and brought more eyes to the product than Bear ever did. And that's my hot take. So Richard don't have nothing to say. He's got nothing to say. He don't want to get in trouble with the Alabama fans.
Look, that Alabama fans are the most passionate, but they also have the highest of expectations.
Yep, they do.
And it's unrealistic expectations every year.
Every year, yes.
The year that they lost 3 games in 2010, when they had everybody back.
Yes.
2009 national championship. There was an Alabama fan who wanted to run Nick Saban out of town.
Why? Yeah. I remember that. I was like, well, we'll take him over to Auburn because we're not having a good time. Just come on down to Auburn. We'll take him.
That's the year when they panicked. They absolutely panicked because they had 3 losses. I mean, the expectations way too high at Bears.
It is. Well, great football season ahead. We'll talk a little bit of football more as it gets further into the season. We'll do a NFL, a little college. and a little bit more high school previews and stuff heading in the next couple of weeks. Well, Rich, tell everybody how to follow you, what's coming up on the show today, and all that good stuff.
Well, you can follow me on the X. I'm at Sports Richard Hayes. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. You can also download the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcast. On the show today, I recap the Panthers Stanley Cup final victory. Tennessee winning the College World Series for the first time in school history. Also, a special guest is Jonathan Van Rimmer from Fox 54 and from Sports Unleashed with Dan Reds from back in 2019.
Awesome.
I'm excited to get him on the show for the very first time. So check it out. I'm excited. Also, Rick Barrett and I will be live from the showroom at Glimpse Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. And our special guests are Jake Crane from Freedom Company and Rex Castillo from WRBL.
Woo! Live. You got to get out and see Thrift and Richard live. They're fun. They're a fun duo, man. It's the Abbott and Costello. It's the Martin and Lewis. It's the tag team champions of nonstop sports, Thrift and Richard. Georgia and Alabama sports live. There you go. Thank you for being with us, Richard.
Thanks, as always. I enjoy being on the show, and I just want to keep on continuing to grind and continue doing episodes as I approach the 900th episode. And like the great Josh Pate said, grind and play.
There you go. Back in a moment. All right, brother. That was awesome as always.
Yeah, big things are happening.
That's good. That is good, brother. That is awesome.
I can't take credit for it, but I know that I really have excelled as a producer. I think that I don't really need to be an on-air talent. I don't have to.
Right.
There is just, when you start producing, you take it to another level.
Oh, yeah. It is.
It really, it's all about getting paid. I mean, if I could get paid more for being a producer, I would probably go the producer route and just chime in anytime I feel like, I'm actually more comfortable producing shows.
Well, you definitely do a good job at producing your show too, brother. And
I appreciate that.
we'll talk again next week.
Talk to you next week.
All right, brother. Bye.
Bye.
Hail and rain and super dark mixture with thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning. Isn't that a song? Sorry. I'm not going. I hope everything's all right with you, Red. Don't let that rain come in there. That's all Cher's fault. She sent it over your way from Iowa. Let's blame it on Cher. Gail, God bless Gail in the name of Jesus Christ. We're going to pray over her and her toothache. We pray that something happens to be able to help her out because she likes to be on here and post our programming and help us out and be a part of the family. She's an original OG. We know it's hurting for her to be with us. We want her to be joking and throwing cupcakes at us and all that good stuff. In Jesus' name, amen. Movies. You're very welcome, Gail. Everybody knows how terrible that is to have one of those. The return of Shane B and movie reviews coming up next on the network. Our poll question this morning, which is your favorite comic strip character? Peanuts, I didn't put in there. I should have thought about that. But you had Spider-Man, Peanuts, and everything. Garfield's got 48% of the vote so far. Blondie, 6% of the votes, as well as Beetle Bailey, 11% of the votes, and other is 35% of the votes this morning. Scary weather over in Red Bricks land. Yes, and we're praying for him as well. Agree, keeping me up all night, says Gail. I know, too. You got to get something to take care of that there. Sometimes you got to punch the wall in. I'm just kidding. And we're going to definitely pray for Red Bricks, and hopefully that the storms come through. It's just going to be regular storms. And we're not, and if they're bad, we're going to blame them on Cher because they come from Idaho. Just picking Cher. Back in a moment, Shane B joins us again after his family reunion. I'm going to ask him why he didn't invite me. Back in a moment.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, Newton, Sharpsburg.
Prayer for Red Bricks and all of his family to be safe this morning during the storm coming through in the name of Jesus Christ. Put your angels over the top of them. Amen.
Reportedly en route back to his native Australia at this hour after reaching a plea deal with the U.S. Justice Department that set him free after spending 5 years in a British prison. According to unsealed court documents, Assange plans to plead guilty to a single.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey. Hey, what's up, brother? It's going. How was your family reunion?
Oh, busy.
Well, you should have called me and said, should have took me with you. If I know that's where you were going to go, I'd have took last week off too.
I just didn't even get a chance to enjoy it. It had me working.
Oh, they had you working. They're like, Shane on his way. And you walk in the door and they're like, here you go, Shane, you got to do this.
That's where him and them got there at the same time by chance.
Right.
And she was unloading her car. As soon as I pulled up to the hotel, they put me right to work.
Oh, fun. All right, brother. All right, Mr. Gonzalez, we'll listen to it. Man, I get people sending me music all the time. I get all kind of music sent to me now. Actually, pretty good, though. Better than the stuff that's out in radio. I'm like, I might need to put it on one of our radio stations and break these people. Make them know they can actually sing, rap, play guitar. Whatever music they send me, it sounds good. Oh, man. I'm going to have to break them into the business. Just get things sent to me. Gail says, yay, Shane B. Everybody's happy Shane's back. He was at a family reunion last week. Hopefully you got enough to eat, Shane. What? What? You didn't get good food? You had to work and you had to eat out? Don't tell me y'all got Domino's all week.
It was hard for us to grab something to eat because as soon as it comes out, it was gone. And me and my brother were really working the food. And we had to sneak a plate in between sessions and stuff. Make sure we got something to eat. It was just madness. It was like more people showed up than we expected.
Oh, really?
But it all worked out. I mean, everything went off without a hitch. No issues, no fights, no medical problems.
Hey, that is
good.
That is good. Okay, that's good. All right. That's positive. It's better that than having any problems. So yeah. Oh Lord. Well, now you're back home and back to work where you can rest.
Not really.
Got to come back to work the rest.
For some reason, on my way back, my transmission decided, I don't want to play it anymore.
What? It's like, okay, I'm done with you, Shane. Dang, dude.
I mean, it hasn't gone out. It's
Right.
just gotten to a mood to where it doesn't want to shift in the final gear. It's like, what is this?
Oh, you're going to have to take it to the mechanic.
I left it all the way back home for like 500 miles at I was doing like 60 miles an hour.
Oh, man.
All this freaking trash.
I bet the other people driving by and you're like, come on, Grandpa, drive faster. Oh, man. I can picture some grandma passing you and flipping you off. Drive faster, young man.
I didn't care.
I know you didn't, but it's always funny. Wow. You'll get it taken care of for sure. All right, brother, we're going to get ready to go on now. We'll talk about top 10 movies, what's hot, what's not, all that good stuff. It's the final period of play, ladies and gentlemen, on this TGI Twisted Tuesday. We appreciate you guys being with us in the feed and everything. We're going to go inside movie reviews in just a few moments. But first, the man around here tells you 50,000 plus of people are listening to our Shoutcast, Shout It Out Loud, across the RyanORadio media page, Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and 99.1 FM WQEE, our stream site. We're the talk of Atlanta because we're the only thing that's live, really. Everybody else is kind of automated. We'll appreciate you guys being with us here on this edition of the RyanORadio Penitentiary and on the YouTube page. Like, subscribe, and share. Well, we're going to dive right into it. It is period number 3 on a Twisted Tuesday and back from a long-awaited family vacation and family reunion. Please welcome our movie reviewer. Yep, that's right. He's our Siskel. He's our Ebert. He gives 2 thumbs up to movies and shows that are good and 2 other Stone Cold salutes, Stone Cold Steve Austin salutes to not so good movies and shows, either on Netflix, Roku, everywhere out there in the movie theaters. The one, the only. Welcome back, Shane B. Good morning, Shane.
Morning.
It sounds like you're so excited to be here because you had such a long family vacation. You had a good time.
Vacation or a work camp.
Work camp. That's what it usually is when you go and visit family. It's a work camp. I'm going to make you some, ham and potato salad and stuff. But we're going to put you to work. Oh, man. We're glad that you're back, man.
I had to shave my head for this occasion and kept my goatee. And I've had family tell me I look like a black Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There you go. I've been calling you Stone Cold for a while. So. Oh, man. Well, my whole question this morning, man, why are they calling in the middle of the show? Shane, they're welcoming Shane back and everything. As I wait for this to stop so I could ask Shane this question before we get into it, because I'm fed up with the con men calling on the phone. Make it a little $10 an hour to call. No. We got a couple more jabronis in here. You guys might as well go on out of here. All right, let's get back. I mean, you're in with inmates, guys. You're in the wrong place to start acting up. All right, here's my poll question this morning, Shane. Which is your favorite comic strip character? Now, there's many more I didn't get to add in here. I just went with these. Garfield's got 47% of the votes. Blondie's got 6% of the votes. Vita Bailey's got 11% of the votes. And Other's got 36% of the votes, which includes, of course, Spider-Man and Peanuts and others. So which is your favorite comic strip character? I know you remember comic strips in the local newspaper.
I gotta go with the Peanuts. It was the baseball era.
Yes. Yes.
I used to own that whole collection of all of their baseball comic strips that Charles Schultz did. It was a nice book. I don't know what I did with it. I was young. I didn't cherish it like I should have.
Right.
I remember just reading that all the time, and it just had every one of them in there. A good second would be Garfield.
There you go. There you go. Well, they had so many. You know, people brought up Kathy on here this morning, Calvin and Hobbes. I remember a lot of these that became cartoons later in the 80s and early 90s were actually comic strips and you know, as kids, we were sitting around there reading the newspaper from the comic strips and looking at the puzzles that were in there, the crossword puzzles and all that good stuff. And our parents and grandparents, they were going to page 10 to see who got arrested that weekend.
Oh, that was a great childhood memory. That Sunday Atlanta Journal-Constitution. You know, my mom would go after the coupons.
Ooh, yeah.
The next news and stuff. And of course, go ahead and pull the comic section out for me and hand it to me. And I'm like, yay!
Exactly. That was the coolest thing ever. Always, you know. Well, it used to be great deals back in the day. I wish we could do that today too. You know, just get them great deals and everything. But yeah, so far, I guess.
Certain magic to that Sunday one was like the
yes.
papers. Yeah, they have some, but they were all in black and white.
Exactly.
Color,
yes. And there was more comics on Sunday. During the week, it'd be just a few of them each and every day. But the big Sunday paper was the thickest paper. You'd open it up. Yeah. Really, nobody cared about what was on the front page of the news. And nobody cared what was going on in Washington. Nobody cared what was going on. All we cared about was who got arrested locally, the comics, some of the sports section, and all our moms wanted to get the, you know, the deals, coupons. That was the Sunday paper.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Good morning, Christopher. Thank you. He says, good morning, Mr. President. Yes, we'll run in a couple of years. Let's talk about top 10 movies. What's hot, what's not, what's going on in the world of entertainment, Shane. Inside Out 2 took the number one spot over the box office weekends. I hear some people say it was pretty good for kids and it wasn't as Disney orientated as other Disney programs were. But Bad Boys went down to number 2. Garfield's still there at number 4. Any movies you got a chance to watch? I know you were on family vacation last week. Were you guys allowed to get done with all your work and go to a movie, or, you know, sit down and watch Netflix?
I had a few family members that were trying to drag me to the movies, and a good number of them, and I was just like, no, I'm too tired, but what are y'all going to see? And all of them were going to see Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Knew it.
And I was like, well, good choice. I set them up for it, and they all came back and told me the same thing. It was like, wow, that was a lot better than the one I don't remember, the third one.
You're right. Everybody.
The same thing. Like, we liked the first one. The second one was okay. And
right.
Nobody remembers the third movie.
Nope.
But everybody seemed to genuinely enjoy this Ride or Die. I'm like, that's awesome.
It is. I've been hearing the same thing from everybody that's went and saw it. And it's at number 2, of course. And I figured Inside Out 2 would stay number 1 and be number 1 for the last couple of weeks because of the kids and the family in summer. But yeah, I've heard all kind of rave reviews on it. People are like, I want to go back and see it now for a second time. When people want to go back and see a movie for the second time, you know it is good. So anything else did you get to see? Did you get to see anything in the top 10 movies? I mean, we got a few new ones in there. Have you heard about anything that's hit the top spot? I mean, or are you just were like, how did that get in there?
Well, it's on Inside Out too.
Okay.
It was a toss-up because, I didn't watch anything last weekend.
Of course.
I wanted to try to play catch-up, and I was looking at this Bike Riders movie. Yeah, they promoted that movie so heavily.
Yep.
And watching the trailers, it didn't spark any interest with me. It's a story of this girl, Jodie Comer. She's Ray's mother in Disney Star Wars. She's a free guy, but like she falls in love with Austin Butler.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much, Elvis.
Elvis movie.
Yep, the Elvis.
And he is the new member of this motorcycle club called the Vandals.
Oh, yeah.
And like the plot synopsis alone really make me not want to see it. It talks about how their club transforms into a dangerous club in the underworld. And as a motorcyclist in
Right.
a club, you just don't transform.
Right.
You are what you are from the beginning.
Right.
And this is essentially what I hear from all the people is just like, they're just trying to be Sons of Anarchy.
Oh.
It's like the Sons of Anarchy, they knew who they were.
Exactly.
And the other one, the spinoff from Sons of Anarchy,
I know what you're talking about.
Senate Club.
Yeah.
They knew what they were.
Yep.
They'd start off as goody-goodies and then decide, hey, let's be 1%ers. Like, no, that's not how that works.
Nope.
But whatever, she falls for him with a new guy in the club. It's like, who falls for a prospect? Trying to get into that life.
Oh, Lord.
This club's led by Tom Hardy. I guess this is what he was doing since he wasn't brought into Furiosa.
Yeah, thank goodness.
And also brings in Michael Shannon. He's known for a lot of things, but probably better known for Zod.
Yep.
DCEU.
Yep.
Directed by Jeff Nichols. Now this is written and directed by Jeff Nichols, and this guy's done stuff I've just never heard of. But you got some good actors in it. And I'm like, how did you pull this off? But the story just feels so mediocre. I've only heard from two people who actually saw it. And yeah, they were just saying that it feels like a fake Sons of Anarchy. And it's real empty.
Oh.
Drab. I'm shocked it got to number 3.
Right.
I'm sure it got that there. It's out of curiosity.
I think so, too.
And behind it, that opened also that just didn't have any interest in was The Exorcism.
Yeah.
New Russell Crowe movie.
Obviously,
We were
yes.
discussing this last night with some friends and looking into it. I was like, is this supposed to be related in line with the Pope's Exorcist? And it seems as if they're not even related. So it's like, well, how do we get 2 exorcism movies in a row with Russell Crowe and they're not connected? But I guess this is what Russell Crowe's doing right now. Well, it doesn't look drab. Looks like it got number 7.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a lackluster weekend.
It really was. And then something called Ghost.
Something like, oh, yeah, that Ghost right here, right now.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't even know what that was.
It's not the band, is it? It's not. Yeah, I mean, it took number 10. I don't know how, and haven't heard anything about it. And I mean, these other movies have, but I guess we'll try to find out what it really is sometime. But I was good.
We got they also got I wouldn't call it a biopic, but we got on Amazon Prime with I Am.
Yes.
Dion.
Okay. Yeah.
Exploring her experiences with the she has a stiff person syndrome. I think that's what it's called. I'm more or less shocked that it made the charts, being an Amazon Prime product, but it showed that people did show some interest in it, I guess, because of her, the person she is, and her musical career. But probably too sad to generate the numbers that you're looking for. And that's where we get, we're going to come back and talk about Inside Out too. Because there's another movie that dropped on Netflix here that it's 5 minutes and we're done.
What?
This is new Jessica Alba project called Trigger Warning.
Okay.
Now, this is directed by another no-name, Molly Zuria.
You say that 5 times fast.
Tell you who she is. The only other credits I could find is 3 of her foreign films. But written by John Brancato, who did The Net with Sandra Bullock, good movie.
Right.
But also wrote Terminator 3. Like, Josh Olson did History of Violence, good movie. And Haley Gross is kind of a random actress.
Right.
She's in the new Westworld and a voice actress in The Last of Us 2, the video game, which is an awful video game. But yeah, we got Jessica Alba in here. I know who Jessica Alba is. Mark Webber from Green Room, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and Anthony Hall from Dark Knight. He was Brian at Breakfast Club. 16 Counts.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot more people just don't know and care about. But this movie follows the generic storyline of, person is a elite former military. They're settling down. Simple life, but something happens to a friend or family member, so they got to spring back into action and go pull their toys out the closet and go get some justice. It's just like, how many times have we made this movie?
Sounds like a Rambo movie, a Nicolas Cage movie. Never mind. Okay.
It's like, let's do it this time with Jessica Alba.
She's gonna kick butt.
They treat it like, this has never been done before.
Not with her.
What rose the curiosity was that they called it Trigger Warning. When I first heard that title, I was just like, oh, this is going to be a movie to make fun of all the people that get, triggered about the silliest little things in media and movies. And it was like, nope. This is more or less about, when she gets near trigger, that's your warning.
She's gonna get you.
She's so girl boss and super bad. Sure, let's give it a try.
Okay. I mean, I always liked her anyway.
Yeah, I've always liked her. But trying to make her this super elite commando, super girl boss, it was like, it just didn't feel right.
Right.
I think the last thing I really had her in doing that was LA's Finest, which was a spinoff of Bad Boys.
Yeah.
It was a TV show. I think it did 2 seasons.
2 seasons. Yes, I remember that.
And that show started off strong.
Yeah, you liked it. You were telling us about it. Yeah.
It's a little bit. But this movie starts off with, okay, they're in the desert somewhere. It's her and her driver. They're posing as humanitarian aid workers, and they're being chased by 2 trucks. And these guys end up eventually flipping over their humanitarian truck.
Right.
So they walk up to the truck. They confirm that it's empty. Now, we're in the middle of the desert now. This truck is on its side. They were right behind it.
Right.
They would have seen everything that would have happened. But as they approach the truck, they can't find her. The one guy is like, oh, I'm going to look around. And then they pan the camera around where you're looking at him. And then behind him, you see her taking out the other guy. And it's just like, where were you? They verified the truck was empty. There's nowhere you could hide. They covered both sides of the truck.
Right.
She's just a ghost.
Oh.
And I was just like, wait.
In the band goes.
And of course, she does her kung fu flips and just takes out the other guy easily. And yet, still, there's one guy missing.
Uh-oh.
We never see him.
Uh-oh.
But they just made her this super phantom John Wick ghost. And that's 5 minutes in, and I turned it off. I was like, nope, done. But
I've seen this before.
I'm not going through another hour and 50 minutes of this. No.
I've seen this movie before.
No. I had to let that one go.
Ooh-wee.
Up there for your viewing enjoyment. I said if you want to watch something, check out, I forget the name of it, but it's easy to find. This came out a week or 2 ago. But Marlon Wayans has a new stand-up special.
Okay.
On Amazon Prime.
All right.
And it was nice to see him on stage again. Because he hasn't done stand-up in it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has. It's been a long minute.
It's good for an hour of laughs. I've watched so much stuff and I didn't really catch all the topics he was talking about, but I was too busy just laughing at Marlon. He's always been my favorite Wayans brother.
Right.
Somewhere between him and Damon.
Oh, man. And speaking of Damon, him and his son are doing a show together, and his son looks just like him from back when Damon first started. Damon Wayans Jr. They got a preview, and he acts just like me, going, Daddy. Don't call me Daddy, because it's his son. And he reminds me, I was like, oh my God, he's just like Damon. He's just like him. They got a new series coming out. I guess it's going to be on CBS or something, but I've seen the previews for it. And the way he was acting, I was like, he's just like his daddy. I mean, he looks just like him too. Damon can't deny that's not his son. He looks just like him and acts just like him from back in the, old Living Color days. So I was like,
the comedy just runs in that family.
I know, man. Oh, man. So there you go. Well, we're going to get ready to take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk more what's hot, what's not. We're going to talk actually more about Inside and Out. And maybe Austin Butler will be the new 2024 version of James Dean if he can find a movie that puts him in a movie bad to the bone like that. We'll talk more movie shows and more with Shane B on our movie reviews, Twisted Tuesday. Stay with us. Yeah, we'll take your dogs, Red. Woo! A few people have died last week, man.
Oh, yeah. But you tell them so. They only happened right before I left.
Few big names. Well, Donald Sullivan. Donald Sullivan. Whatever. I'm saying his name wrong. Kiefer's dad passed away. The original MASH.
Yes.
people. I was seeing a lot of people passing away, and I was like, oh my goodness, 3 people passed away in the last week. They always say they come in threes. I know that's an old saying, but I was like, oh my goodness. And Willie Nelson couldn't sing Friday because he got sick. 91 years old, still going out on the road, smoking and playing. Yeah, he got sick. They told him he couldn't play in the outlaw thing here in Georgia. It was some kind of outlaw country festival. His doctors told him he needed to go home and rest, so he had to cancel his show. The man's 91 years old. I'm like, I'm sure he went home and rested. All right. I'm like, oh my goodness. All right, we're coming back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 30 minutes past the hour. Current conditions is 68 degrees, beautiful sunny skies in the Atlanta, metro Atlanta areas. Time and temperature brought to you by the wonderful people at Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, gooey things. They always take care of my home. They can take care of yours. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they can take care of those pests. No, I don't mean Uncle Leroy who comes at Thanksgiving, but the other pests that come into your home. They take care of my home, and I haven't seen a pest in a while. Except for the guy walking down the street, but that's a different pest. Back in with more, ladies and gentlemen. That's 34 Jefferson Street and Noonan. We got more movie reviews and more with Shane B. Shane, we got a few things we want to get into and talking about. And you said we were going to talk a little bit later on about Inside Out 2.
We were interested in number one, not shocked.
Okay.
Not shocked at all. This is the family movie I think that was needed over that Garfield debacle.
Uh-oh. You said it. I didn't say it. I'm not going to get attacked by the kids.
I never saw the first one, but I did hear nothing but good things about it. Kids loved it. There was an interesting play on the emotions of a child.
Right.
The way they did it. Man, this is, it's the same, except for what we're doing now is the kid Riley they're following.
Mm-hmm.
She's a teenager now.
Oh, Lord.
13.
Oh, no.
And they're exploring the emotions of what comes with that. I guess, like puberty.
Yes. Poor
Bringing
kids.
into that adolescent teen. So they add new emotions like disgust and anxiety.
Poor kids.
Well, it's like, you can still have these things being before 13, but
Yeah.
I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
Then this new group of emotions, they come off as villains.
I like that.
But in the end, it all works out.
Right.
I like the way they put this together.
Okay.
For the story they were doing, she's playing hockey now.
Oh, woohoo. Love it.
Ready to go to this, she goes to this high school hockey camp,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty much like a recruitment base for this high school's team, the Firehawks.
Firehawks. That sounds cool.
Okay, that's a good setup.
I like
That's a good setting.
Yes.
Bring in these new emotions.
Yes.
She's getting deeper into the world. And I like it.
Wow. See there? That's 2 people said that this morning. That's 2 that said that this morning. Shane and Richard said he took his daughters to it, so he was pretty happy about it was not your typical Disney movie.
It's something they actually did right.
That's what he said. Wow. I am so happy. I think people are starting to see things in a different light now. And I'm glad whoever produced this and directed this wanted to bring it more for kids and stuff like that. So I love it. Love it. So I took the number 1 spot. $100 million in week 2. $100 million. It's made its money back and more, I believe. I don't know how much it costs to make it, but.
Well, it's like Pixar is the one thing saving Disney.
Exactly.
But the way they just really explored the psyche of a teenager about how to replace or repress memories and how she discovers sarcasm, her pressures of trying to fit in, picking her friends or turning her back on friends, and then the realizations at the end. They really did a good job with this movie. And it's only about an hour and a half long.
Right.
And it feels like they got so much done with that amount of time.
That's awesome.
I was quite impressed. The animation is beautiful. The music is everywhere. It was just like, all right. But you're still not saving yourself from what else you're doing, Disney.
That's what old Richard was concerned about too. But you know what? As long as they're doing things and you got people in there, I think it's going to turn out all right. You get some more Pixar movies and everything. I think it's going to be all right. Things are going to start changing around. People have to, start showing them they don't want to go to these things and they'll start losing money. So same way with restaurants or chain.
It's happening now with the hottest talk right now in that camp is this Acolyte show. And what are they, like 5 episodes in now?
Uh-huh.
Nobody likes this show.
Oh, no.
Of course, you got your traditional people that just stick up for anything Star Wars that Disney does. But
yeah, they're Star Wars fans. I mean, it's the way it is. Yeah.
this show is being bombarded and lambasted. And of course, Disney's doing what they do, and they blame the racists and the bigots. And that, no, people don't like the show. They're talking bad about it because it's bad.
Right.
Just bad. And they did the thing. I saw this. The star of this show, Amanda Law.
Okay.
They made a music video. I know Disney was behind it. I know this girl didn't go out and do this on her own.
Nah.
But she made a music video insulting the fans that don't like the show.
What?
Meanwhile, she's degrading herself in the video, just shaking her body around like she's Shakira or something.
Oh.
Wow, with this smug look on her face.
Shay Aldrin.
Like she's getting one up on the people that don't like the show. And it's just like, well, you can dance around all you want.
Right.
The fact still stands. This thing has a 14% rated audience rating. And of course, Rotten Tomatoes is going to lie to you and say, well, it's 85% by the critics. Oh, shut up. Go on YouTube and type in Acolyte. Do you see the ratio of videos of praises compared to the ones that are just pointing out everything wrong with this show? And it's not because it's woman heavy. It's because it's horribly written.
There you go.
Star Wars and just took a big steaming pile on it. And
woo, that misses.
Star Wars fans want. You have an oath to your stockholders. And when they are saying, hey, we don't like this. After all the other shows put out, go back to Echo, you think you start getting things together. After She-Hulk, you think you start getting things together.
Mm-hmm.
So let's further degrade Star Wars with this. The Force is now called so they call it something else, I forget.
What?
It's so forgettable. Got a group of women that create these twins, a bunch of witches. And it's like, oh,
what?
Leaning on the witches thing again.
What does that got to do with Star Wars?
In the comics, there's no witches in the comics, but they were heavy.
What's that got to do with Star Wars? This ain't even Star Wars. This sounds like a bad version of the Hobbit or a bad version of the other Wizard Kid program. So wow.
They literally turned the Jedi into space highway patrol.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Star Wars fans don't
And
like
all
that.
that nonsense that happened in the first episode, it's just enough. Please stop.
There you go. Well, I got ABC. I got ABC from Russia that wants to ask you a question about the Garfield movie. He says, what specifically did you not like about that movie? That was his question.
Animation.
The animation, he says. Okay, there you go, ABC.
Didn't care for the animation. Didn't care that there's another Garfield movie. It's like properties are beaten to death.
Right.
This isn't exactly a generation to appeal to with Garfield. I mean, Garfield goes back to us as kids.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a one-trick pony. There's not really anything new you can do with Garfield.
No.
But they're beating a dead horse. And this animation style that they chose to go with is weird.
See, that's what it was. Yep.
The live action one was bad enough.
You didn't like Bill Murray? I'm just kidding.
No, I didn't mind Bill Murray doing the voice. I mean, just the human characters around him.
Right. I know. I'm just figuring with it. Wow.
It would seem like it'd be an easy one to do a live action, but it came off a bit Alvin and Chipmunkish.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that one either. And I like who was the actor that played Dave in those? I know him.
This guy from My Name is Earl.
Yes, the My Name is Earl guy. I love him in that. I loved him in My Name is Earl. But yeah.
Him.
Yes, him. Yeah, let's see.
I remember him from his skateboarding days, and then I saw him in My Name is Earl, and I was like, oh, really?
I love that show. I watched that. I mean, I couldn't believe that show didn't stay on. I mean, I thought it was like one of the coolest things. And Randy, his brother Randy, and we're gonna get into talking about that this morning. I love that show. Yeah, he was one. But even though I liked him, I didn't really. I thought the animation or what it was kind of Jason Lee is his name.
Jason Lee.
And that's what AU said in here too, Jason Lee.
But I don't know how I missed from
He's
here.
a hardcore
trying to play catch up on it the other night because I've been waiting on it. And The Boys, season 4 has started.
The Boys, season 4.
They're into they're about their 4th episode now, and people warned me. And it's like, you're not gonna like it. It's like, come on, man, it's The Boys. I've been waiting on this. And it's like, all right.
I hear a lot of people talking about they loved it. All right, let's see what it is.
I had trouble clicking next episode after the first episode. They really wokeified this show.
Oh, no.
Such a total shift.
No.
One of the beloved, probably the main guy, one of the beloved characters, Frenchie. He is the one that he bonds with the boy's secret weapon, this Asian girl named Kamiko. Doesn't talk and she's terrified. She's been traumatized, and he brings her in, and it seems like they're developing a relationship now. Stop me if you heard this one before, Disney Star Wars. These two are gonna get together. Then they pull a 180, and they make Frenchie. He likes guys now. This just comes out of
what? Reggie? Oh, Reggie?
This literally comes out of nowhere. They've shown Frenchie in all of his. There's one female he starts the show with. They're not together, but they share a romantic relationship. That's
okay.
Kind of, loose, but it's there.
Right.
A girl comes from his past that kind of blackmails him into doing things. They had something. Now we see this relationship he's built with Kamiko that looks like it's going to be such a beautiful thing and genuine, and then just nope. And they write Kamiko to where she just friend zones him. And it's
find out who he really was.
The 7's not the 7 anymore. Of course, there's things that have been going on. But one character of Mystery and Mystique, Black Noir, he was killed in last season.
Jesus.
Behind closed doors, but they're trying to replace him now.
Right.
Keep it under wraps. But the guy they brought in for him, he's just annoying. He won't shut up.
Okay.
They'll just
They got somebody opposite.
shut up. Yeah, he won't shut up. He keeps looking for his motivation like he's an actor. He's like, oh, how should I do this? You should stand there and shut up. That's what you should do. There's an age difference between Homelander's son that is so prevalent because there's not much of a time gap between this and the last season. I mean, they even threw Gen V in between these two. That show, and not much time has gone by, but you can see the years that have gone by through his son because of how long he took from the film. It's the same kid, and this kid's just confused about what he wants to do or what he should be.
Right.
Maybe the best character conflict in the show. We got our boy Jeffrey Dean in this now from Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah.
He's working with Butcher.
Chop that
I'm
head
like,
off.
okay, maybe that'll go somewhere, but it's like their relationship is on the rocks with Butcher, as the guy that plays Mother's Milk is now taking over lead of the boys, and they kicked him out. And it's like, well, you need Butcher. He is the boys.
Wow.
The man that takes the unconventional routes to get things done, and they're trying to push him aside a little bit. But it's giving him time to focus on what he wants to do before, it's too late.
Right.
Sure, the kid Ryan is safe. So while we're in there, let's go ahead and throw some hallucinations in at Butcher. Let's make this even more confusing. But, okay. And Starlight, I don't know what to say about this actress. She decided to get plastic surgery in between
poor
seasons,
girl.
so she doesn't even
Look the same?
looks the same, but she looks older.
Oh, no.
Girl, she was your cute little girl next door kind of look.
Right.
Now she just looks like a Skeletor.
Oh, man.
Do this.
Her management of somebody in Hollywood did that to her. Yeah.
I don't know.
I believe so.
Allegedly supposed to be the last season of the show, and it's like, you know what, at this point, what y'all been doing so far, let it happen.
Yeah, this will be the last one. Let's just get it over with. There you go.
I don't care anymore.
Wow. That is terrible when the boys was such a hot topic and everybody loved this show. And now all of a sudden it's just the last season is just totally going in the opposite direction. I guess you would say a alternate world or whatever. Logan, RW, who's known as Logan Paul Jr., wants to know if you like Logan Paul, the I guess the wrestler / media star, YouTube star. Do you know who he is?
I don't care for him one bit.
Woo! He don't like him.
He's never given me a reason to like him. I was waiting to see Mike Tyson bash his head in. This is whatever. We gotta make a star out of everybody, I guess.
Well, yeah, it's the way it is. It's the way it is. Well, Shane, as always, it's been a pleasure having you with us here. Glad you're back from your long road trip or whatever you want to call it, family vacation / work camp. We'll appreciate you being with us. Tell everybody how to follow you and all that good stuff that's going on with you.
We are 62210 on YouTube. Real quick, I gotta sing rest in peace to Donald Sutherland.
Yeah, Donald Sutherland, yes.
Canadian born in Miami, died. Talk about dying far away from the problem. But 200 credits to his name, 6-decade career. From the original MASH.
Yes.
That just too many movies. This man was in Backdraft Part 1 and 2.
Yes.
Did you know there was a Backdraft Part 2?
I didn't know there was a Backdraft Part 2, but now I do. I found it
funny he was in Outbreak and Virus, and in both of
Yes.
Will be missed. I still haven't heard a statement from Kiefer yet.
Kiefer, yes.
He's taking his time with this. And also July 1st, this is kind of for us, the Back to the Future trilogy will be streaming on Netflix.
Woo! Yes. I'm going to be checking that out. Is it going to be the uncut version? I hope so.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, the one they had to do for television and everything, I understand they had to do that for that, but if it's the uncut version, oh, yeah. You're going to see some blank, Doc says. I want to see it. All right. Well, Shane, as always, it's great having you with us. We're going to take a break, come back, and close out the show right after this. All right, man. That was great as always.
I had to put all that together last night.
Oh, I figured you did. You didn't get back home. I was like, Well, you got it together, brother. That's a good thing.
Yeah, we decided to go. Well, I was going to come back Monday. We wanted to go to my aunt's house to help her unload some of the excess stuff from the reunion and everything. And
right.
I just never stopped working. I probably had 6 hours of sleep that whole weekend. Why don't you just stay? Like,
why not?
Probably. She let me sleep all day, so I was like, I really needed it.
There you go. Well, they worked you to so tired to make you sleep. Well, brother, we'll see you. We'll talk again next week. Hopefully there'll be some other good stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
All right, brother. You have a great week and enjoy yourself.
All right. I'll let you next time.
All right, brother. Bye. You dozed off when he was talking. What's wrong with you, Cher? Yeah, not everybody's a Logan Paul fan, Logan Paul Jr. You missed Shane telling you all the movies that sucked and didn't suck. The Boys suck, and the Garfield animation wasn't good because of the animation, and the new Inside Out 2 movie is a good family movie. Hooters is closing down. All the perverted old men like Arthur won't be able to go in there.
Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
I'm sure you're tired from all that water in your basement and stuff that you probably had to work on. Well, we appreciate you being with us, everybody, this morning. I want to thank Shane once again. Great show today from Gail and the Zoo Crew from Tennessee. Hello to everybody out there. AU. Didn't get said it. Jason, what's up, brother? I mean, not Jason. John, what's up, brother? We appreciate you being with us. And there were so many others. Noah, what's up, brother? How you doing? Yet we told you. We knew the Panthers were going to win, and your Tennessee Vols took that championship home. There you are. Can't wait for a vacation. Now, well, you can wait for a vacation because they'll give you a vacation when they're ready to give you one. All right, I got to do this news story today. We're going to end the hour on a highly intelligent news story. I mean, this one, the guy, he should be left alone. I mean, he's probably buddies with, not time to get Alf yet, ABC. He's probably buddies with Arthur, who was on with us earlier. A Texas man accused of having sexual relations with a horse has been arrested for not the first time, not the second time, but the fourth time. That's right. Cirillo Costello, 54, was arrested for bestiality and criminal trespass. Back in 2015, Costello was arrested after attempting to have a relationship with a horse. He was kicked by the horse and crawled himself into the barn for shelter and told the authorities that, well, I got hit by a car. Most recently, he was caught on camera by a homeowner who saw him going into their, barn, and he was pulling his pants down. Well, he will be in court on August 30th for this. A horse. He was like, come over here, baby. I love you, Mr. Ed. A horse, is of course, a horse, a horse. Costello loves all horses. He loves them all. They're called Mr. Ed. I'm Mr. Castillo, and I love horses. This is my friend, Mr. Ed. He's got a long face. Mr. Ed's like, please, somebody help me. Help me, Mr. Castillo. He's messing with me. He's doing things that we shouldn't be doing. Shut up, Ed. Kick him again. Yeah, horse, kick him again. Oh, Lord. That's a good one, Mustang 3.0. That's a good one, too. Oh, Lord. God, Mr. Costello. I'm Mr. Costello, and I like horses. And this is my friend, Mr. Ed. Why the long face, Mr. Ed? Because you did something to me last night that I didn't approve. It's okay. What do you mean? It's okay. It's just love between two friends, Ed. Oh, Wilbur, help me, Wilbur. Help me, Wilbur. Oh, get off of me, Mr. Costello. Whoa. I know not many people remember Mr. Ed. But it's the only horse show I can think of when we're talking about a guy that's like been arrested 4 times for bestiality with a horse. I mean, he don't go after cows or sheep because those are disgusting and not even his type. He's got a type. It's all horse. He loves horse. Hey, Chris from Scotland, how you doing this morning? All right, which is your favorite comic strip character? 47% say Garfield, 6% say Blondie, 10% say Beetle Bailey, and 37% say other, which is many other, from Peanuts to Spider-Man and more. So there you go. Be safe, be kind to one another, and hopefully you'll be good today, everybody. Got a couple more minutes left. Coming up at the top of the hour, it's last hour broadcast with Deborah Harris, brought to you by Noonan City Church. We'll follow that up with Passion Life Church with Pastor Terrell Scott. And then the best sports lineup in the business, 12 to 2. It's going to be Panthers talk during the NHL Stanley Cup show. Yeah, it'll be more of it. Rod Peterson show of 12 to 2. And, of course, 2 to 3, you heard Richard Holdridge today. He's going to talk about that in Tennessee Balls today on the Sports Beat. Richard Holdridge. 3 to 5, more baseball action and college action with our good friend Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. So that's what's going on. And we're back here tomorrow morning, same bat time, same bat channel. Our guest will be Horrifying History host Brenda Gaskey. We call her the Professor. She'll be joining us for another edition of Horrifying History. And I'll be checking out tomorrow sometime the Who Killed WCW final, and I'll talk about that later this week. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so if you think there's people in your family that are a little out there, at least you can say they're not running behind Mr. Ed. Oh, Wilbur, don't do that. Wilbur, I don't like that. Sad but true, sometimes the horse dies, they have to euthanize him. Oh. Well, that one horse kicked him. Bam! Get off of me. What's wrong with you? Must have been a female horse. Male horse was like, I don't know what's going on. Female horse was like, what's wrong? You dumb, ignorant man. Oh, Lord. Same bad time tomorrow, same bad channel. That's right. See y'all guys there. Peace, love, respect. I am out of here. The bell's ringing. For whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. You guys have a great day. Don't you dare move away from that radio dial. We got more on the 99.1 FM. See you guys later. The only way to deal with crazy people is to make fun of them. Gail, so glad you were here with us today, even in your condition. We appreciate you. So glad you were here with us today. We appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. You have a blessed day too, Christopher. Thank you for calling me Mr. President. We'll get that in there. Captain Hunt Buns, we'll see you tomorrow. Don't work too hard. I know you're still recovering from the knee surgery. I know you got to get back to work, but don't work too hard, buddy. So we'll see everybody on the same bat time, same bat channel, as Pete would say. Gail, take care. Try to use that idea that Pete said earlier. Pete, put it in there again right quick before I let you go, what she needs to use to help out with that toothache. I'll give you a minute to do that before I. In the rain. I gotta cut that one down. May see you next week. Okay, definitely so. I heard you going on vacation next week. You need to come on up with her. That'd be great. All right, guys, take care. We're praying for everybody out there to be safe and healed and all that stuff, because you guys definitely need it. Thank you, Randy. Sometimes I don't get a chance to do my daily devotion, and Randy put me 2 in there, so we used his scripture of the day. Thank you, Randy, brother. If you're still on, if not, we're clove. There you go. Clove for you, Gail. Try to use that. Hopefully everything gets to feeling better. All right, guys. Peace, love, respect. We'll see you tomorrow. Spice clove. There you go.